This episode of Beaten Down is brought to you by Arco Roofing.
Are you in need of a new roof? Look no further than Arco Roofing. With nearly 20 years in the residential and commercial construction business, Arco Roofing doesn't just know how to re-roof your house or business, they understand how it was built.
Maybe you don't need a complete re-roof, perhaps just a repair will do. Arco's experienced team can assess your situation and provide the best solution for your needs, whether it's a minor fix or a full replacement.
Also mention that you heard about them on the Beaten Down podcast, and you'll receive $500 off any new roof.
Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your biggest investment with Arco Roofing. Call them today with your free roof report at 940-654-9096 or 817-304-1065. Again, that's Arco Roofing at 940-654-9096 or 817-304-1065. This episode of Beaten Down is brought to you by ABC Dump Roll-Off Dumpster Rental. ABC Dump is a locally owned and operated company. With 11, 15, 20, and 30 cubic yard dumpsters, they have the size for every occasion. Whether you're remodeling the house, cleaning out the garage, or doing commercial construction, they have the right size for your project. With upfront pricing and easy online ordering, ABC Dump makes ordering a dumpster as simple as possible. Give them a call or text at 682-803-8031 or order online at abcdump.net. That's abcdump.net.
I remember.
And we're back.
Are you doing?
Oh,
Go ahead.
I remember my fucking shoulder hurting.
oh,
Remember?
Yeah.
I remember I told you, I was like, I think you
Oh,
tore my
yeah.
labrum, you bitch.
Yeah, you gave it to him.
Yeah, you gave it to me. Like,
is it still
chlamydia.
hurting?
Chlamydia.
Well, I started to do
Hey.
one.
Just power to it.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I started to do one
fun.
exercise, and then like I was like, oh, I forgot about this.
Just power through it like y'all told me.
So I just cut my weight in half, and
It's fine. Y'all made fun of me.
you still don't. You had surgery, and you still don't use your arm.
I use it. Look,
No,
when I focus,
you look
when
Point
I
over
think,
there.
you look like a
He-
midget. You're midget jointed, and you look like a
don't got me
midget.
doing that like.
Yeah, it's like this.
And I don't even realize I'm doing it.
What are you doing? Use your
I
arm.
did it for so long, like I guess I don't.
And he leans back when he does it.
Yeah. What are you?
You had
Look,
shoulder surgery.
Well, I know, but
You're so used to it.
Guess his labia's torn now.
my labias.
Harvey Larry batteries?
All right, that's not even anything like it's. Oops.
Nope. Broke them off.
Forgot about these. Yeah. Daniel
Well,
just makes us wear them
yeah.
all the time.
Don't make you do anything.
Yes, you do.
We gotta
Look.
shoot him. God, he ate everything.
God damn, he got a good.
Yeah.
Where'd you leave it? On your little side table?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He shoot up one of my pair of my sunglasses too.
Oh, God.
I was like, you are a French bastard.
French.
That voice you're hearing is Part-Time Toe.
Oh yeah, really part-time
It
too.
was so much louder in there. So I mean, we went from 5% studio to 10% with the upgrades, and then y'all went back to
Oh, we-
0.25%
No, it's
studio.
no,
We
it's
had to-
0% studio.
At -2. We had to move out because we couldn't afford 10%.
Yeah, I heard there was a little something going on that maybe somebody knew there was a monetary payment coming in, and then they were like, "Oh shit, we better change studios real quick."
Shit.
I mean, I'm gonna owe Facto $5.
I mean, don't get me. All of a sudden, he said, "We're here now." I was like, "All right." I mean,
Okay.
it's a fact. Those cool with it. He helped me.
Well, once we get Tristan's shit out of here, which is like that whole corner,
That won't happen.
then it's not going to change anything.
I wasn't hardly ever there anyway, so it didn't.
I think the first time we walked in here, I was like, "What's that?" Oh, a scorpion. Stepped on it.
Dude, copperheads.
We never saw
Yep,
copperheads
went
at your
across-
house.
Came
Right.
across my
Look
foot.
at all the cool stuff we're seeing out here.
Remember, well, a snake did crawl out of the charcoal bag that one time.
Oh, that's
that
right.
was
Cody took off running.
That was awesome.
I forgot about
We
that.
were trying to light the Weber to cook sausages,
That
and a
was
snake
great.
came
It's
out
like,
of
what
it.
the? Oh,
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
well, now we're gonna ratings are gonna go through the roof.
Just 5%. What
Well, through the roof. I mean, that doesn't mean a lot. I mean,
is
Right.
the blue working?
yep.
He always makes me laugh.
The
He's-
blue.
he's-
The blue.
we always make fun of Lamont.
Mhm.
Talk shit about him.
You do.
And that
He is-
David said that cracks him up.
Hello? Sorry, I'm going.
Oh, he's already getting a phone call.
Yeah, I fed the steers. You're
He's
good.
so important.
He's going back to the
It's-
rodeo.
it's
You
G.
headed back to the rodeo?
Oh.
Oh, that's G.
Oh, okay. All right.
Love you, G.
Bye-bye.
You don't do
What?
some.
What?
You trying to go do some more pole pimping?
He's going back to the rodeo again tonight.
Dude, I'm mad or sad that we missed Bull's Night Out.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
jerk.
No dickhead.
So I asked Facto, and he was very receptive to it. Did anybody see the Strawberry Moon?
He's like, is that a festival?
Is
What
it a
is
festival?
Play. Like, no, I hadn't seen that. But it was a real activity.
Yeah,
Did we order enough beer for it?
We did not.
Wow,
No,
shit.
no,
I did not see it. Is it tonight?
no. It was Tuesday night.
Thanks for the heads
Two
up.
nights, actually.
Literally text Joel about it. It was like Tuesday night, and it'll be the last time to see it until 2043.
What
So-
color was it?
Pink, it's red.
He was told it's a
Well-
clever strawberry.
So I come outside. I'm like, oh God. They were like saying 8:45 is when it when you can start seeing it or whatever. So I come outside. I was like, oh, isn't that 9:05? And I run outside. And I'm like, oh, there's the moon. Then we're right back inside and I go, hey Tasha, will you come in here and tell me if this moon looks like a different color?
I opened the door and you sit out. And said, oh, look, there's the moon behind that tree.
I think space is super gay.
Yeah. Well, it's pink. Apparently.
Well, so that leads me
it
to
was for Pride Month, Blake.
it's gay then.
Jeez.
Then it is super gay.
so that we now have a blue moon. Apparently, there's a pink moon now, or strawberry moon. There's a blood moon. Is that not just an LED light? I have LED lights that I can change the colors in my
I'm
house.
pretty sure that's.
I
the
think
moon's
Blue
not-
Moon's a song.
That is true.
Well, once in a blue moon.
Or blue moon.
Oh, I forgot about that song.
I think that came out first.
You came out first.
It's on Grease.
Was it?
Yeah, that's when he
His
moons the
sister
camera.
came out first.
It's true.
I just thought
Weird.
I've never heard of it. This is literally the first time in my life.
Strawberry Moon. No,
That I've ever heard of
That's
that.
why I didn't know what you're talking about.
Well, speaking of that, like
And I was already in bed, so I wasn't gonna get up.
you're the youngest sibling, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Daniel,
that head
too?
came out last.
Yes.
Daniel too.
Well, of
Well,
course.
10 years later, my sister. But
Oh yeah.
yeah,
So that head came out last.
Mm-hmm.
sorry, Lynette.
It was small when I was born.
I don't think it was.
You know, no, that
Mine
is
wasn't.
true. I went to we went to school together, and I have pictures of him from when he was young. His head was not that. He had a regular size head.
Till about my junior year.
I never had a regular
All those-
size head. It was
all those
always
supplements I was taking.
Well, we got a big day tomorrow. I mean Saturday. Across the nation.
Yeah.
Masturbation.
All started in Los Angeles. Isn't that fun
I
times?
thought you were talking about playing golf.
No, we'll get to that too. We'll get to that too.
Yeah, we're playing golf in
Yeah.
Jacksboro.
Jacksboro. The pasture.
No, riots, man. Woo.
Yeah. It's California. It happens all the time.
Look, man,
Now it's going to happen across the United States.
Ah,
The-
shit.
the-
Ain't going to happen around here.
the 10% on the far left and the 10% on the far right participate in that shit,
Yeah.
and then the 80% in the middle just keep
So-
going,
so-
just keep going to work.
That's the big thing. And the one thing I saw, there was a lady. She's like out of her car talking to the people that were protesting. She's just like, just let me by. I'm trying to go to work. And they're like, and the guy, it was a guy and a woman. And the guy was like, oh, work. She's like, I've
Yeah.
got kids to feed. I've got bills to pay. Let me go
Yeah,
and
you're-
get to work.
That's the whole thing. Like the looters, they're in Los Angeles. They're looting immigrant stores.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Put people out of
It's kind of
business.
stupid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, the main thing is, so you got
All that shit's paid for, dude.
so
That's
they,
true.
you got a guy that doesn't want to leave. He wants to stay here. He doesn't want to go back to Mexico. So to protest that, he burns the flag of the country that he wants to stay here,
Mm-hmm.
and he waves the flag of the country that he doesn't want to be sent back to.
Well, and so
What-
I get part of so like well clearly my daughter does it. But we have pride in our heritage.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
We have I have a Mexican flag in the house. Addie has it up in her room, but it's in my house.
Burned the American flag.
Well, that's
and then he's standing on a burning car waving a Mexican
You
flag.
saw
but don't send me back.
Hispanics coming out saying that's not us.
No,
like,
listen,
you're giving us Hispanics a bad name.
Have you,
Because all Hispanics, I know they don't do that. They don't.
Well,
care.
hell, once again,
They
you
don't
saw
give a shit. They're
the
just drinking
pallets
a
of
beer
cinder
and-
blocks getting dropped off like in front of buildings and stuff.
yeah. We're breaking them up and throwing
I
them.
think half that shit staged anyway.
Oh yeah,
100%.
for sure.
We already know it's getting funded and paid for.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know if those bricks you're seeing. I don't even know if those are real. Like that could have been just snagged a pallet of bricks off the internet and then posted it on a tweet, going, "Oh, look what I seen."
Yeah.
On
It's
4th
just-
Street and Martin
who
Luther
knows?
King. Who
Yeah.
knows? All that shit. Who cares?
Yeah.
Just go to work. Pay
Well,
taxes.
and that's the big thing of it, right? So you're right. It's 10% one side,
Like
10% the other side.
The No Kings thing,
Mm-hmm.
that's being paid for by one of the Waltons.
I know. I saw that.
The billionaire.
in the ad. That's
Yeah, it says
rotating
sponsored
in
by-
newspapers. It says sponsored by whichever one
But
of
you
it
know what?
is.
That could be fake too. Or nobody even knows anymore.
Fake news.
I
Right,
mean,
yeah.
nobody even knows anymore. You don't even know if a chick has a dick or like you just don't know.
Yeah.
Nobody knows anything anymore. Blake, let me see.
Well, I kind of have one.
No, it's just it's so. I mean, I get no
So I
protest.
just-
Is there anything so that you're so passionate about that would draw you out to a protest?
Prohibition.
Well, okay. I mean, if they're taking guns
I
away,
mean, it would have to. Yeah, it would have to be
something like that,
Yeah,
They
right?
need prohibition because if they get to prohibition, that means it was elected that way and people voted. My vote lost. I'm in the minority.
Right.
But the guns, I think that
Yeah, that would be
Like that might
like a
be
martial law kind of thing. I
Yeah.
think that would be.
something that might draw me out, but it's not like I don't know. It's
But
going to
I'm
take a
kinda-
lot.
I'm kind of like, just give me the Cliff Notes. Like, let me know what I missed at the
Mm-hmm.
rally.
Yeah.
Do I need to go
Yeah.
to the next one?
Yeah.
What do you need from me?
Yeah, I don't want to get down there and get my truck kicked because
Just
then I'm
yeah,
super pissed.
Invite me. Did you hear though? So apparently, and I don't know whether this is true, but I've heard it off two different TikTok sources, and they weren't the same one, same person. That when so they have it blocked off where you can't drive, or supposed where the protesting area is, you can't drive up to that. So you got to park over here, and then the protesters walk up. Well, then there's a second set of right wing people. That what they do is when the first set of people that had showed up and they walked away, they started putting Trump, MAGA, magnets and shit all over their cars. So when the next load of riders came in, they saw that and started fucking up those cars, right? and then went on their way. Then the guys that originally put the magnets on yanked them off and put them on the new set of cars. So when the protesters that were leaving and they saw their cars beat up, look over at these cars that have all the MAGA stuff all over them, and they start beating so now they're beating their own cars up.
So dumb.
Makes sense.
But I mean, like, let's be honest about this too. Do you care if they kick everybody out? I don't.
No.
Like, get the criminals.
Yeah.
You know, get the criminals that came through the Venezuela, like all.
Yeah,
Get them
get
all
them.
out. But the dude that's making tacos down there, that's got. I don't care about that.
No. Couldn't give a shit less.
Or the farmers that are out there picking strawberries. I don't care about that either.
Yeah.
Like, they're not bothering nobody.
Nope.
Just put them on probation for 5 years and give them a card. Let's go. This immigration shit bogs everything down.
Mm-hmm.
The criminals that we know are
Yeah.
criminals. That's the majority of what they're picking up. I think.
Yeah, I mean that's
Maybe
what
not, I don't know.
that's
Just
what
get them out of here.
Right.
well,
right.
that's what all started. This was I showed up to.
No, Biden screwed all that up.
Well, I mean, the stuff going on right now. It all started with I showed up to get some
At Home Depot
criminals
that they knew.
that they knew were
Right,
criminals.
that's
they
the
knew
boat
were
what they're
felons,
trying to pick up.
and then they saw them, and all hell broke loose.
Mm-hmm. And here we are.
Like I said,
I don't even care. And if they don't want to give them, I don't know. I don't know how you would do the legal citizenship. But I think you got to give it to them somehow. Maybe, like I said, probation for 4 or 5 years.
like I said, you get
Or if they're young enough and they're males or females, whatever, and you're like, you can do a 5-year probation, or you can serve in the army for 2 years, and you get a card.
Right.
And
I mean, that-
if you got a criminal record, you're out.
Yeah.
Well, I think that
I
already
think everybody would be.
that
cool
already
with that.
happens already.
That-
That like people that serve in the
That
military.
happens in other countries.
I mean, I know that happened in the '90s with Desert Storm. Like immigrants that served in the military got a green card afterwards.
Right.
For doing their 4 or 5 years.
It's just a card to Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell.
Just
Yeah,
just a regular card.
It doesn't see color.
Did y'all see the video? I haven't seen the video, but did you? This is a real news story that I actually got off of. I don't know.
I'm sure TikTok.
No, it wasn't. It was actually. I don't know if it was.
He's acting like you reading.
No, it was like the Daily Wire, Daily Mail. I don't know, something like that. But there was a video from Al Qaeda, and so I see it, and then I Google it, and it is real. So a video
Israel.
from Israel. It is real. There's a video of the Al Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. The leader Saad bin Atef Al-Awlaki called on American Muslims to take violent action
Guess the FBI is going to be listening to this
Right.
podcast.
Against-
reflex so many times
against the
it
U.S.
doesn't matter.
government and its allies. In the video, Al-Awlaki
Just call him Walla Walla.
Walla Walla urged Muslims in the United States to take revenge and not consult anyone about killing infidel Americans. He specifically named President Trump, Vice President Vance, Secretary of State Rubio, Secretary of Defense Hegseth, and Elon Musk as targets. This was in retaliation for the support in Israel.
Nobody gives a fuck what that
No, it's
says.
happened plenty.
Huh?
of times.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So we put a bounty, $6 million bounty on him.
Just whatever.
But that happens all the time.
Yeah,
though.
but
But that's just like the most recent one that I saw.
They flew some planes into our trade center, supposedly.
Someone, yeah,
Somebody did.
Allegedly.
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 Pentagon too.
Yeah.
But they couldn't find any.
Dude, but the plane wasn't there.
Right, they couldn't find the
I
plane.
was just saying.
Yeah, like, where's the plane? Like, where's the tail
And
feather?
What was it, like a day before they $5 billion went missing?
Yeah,
$5 trillion was missing out of, like, the Pentagon's
Pentagon.
finances, and then all of a sudden a plane flies into shit. What?
what happened?
Mm.
That's Blake McDonald talking about that
No, that's facto.
at FBI.
Have you heard of the link between golf courses and Parkinson's disease?
Link, like L-I-N-K or L-Y?
L-I-N-K.
Yeah, it's probably got to do something with fertilizers and pesticides.
Right. So a study has suggested a potential link between living near golf courses and an increased risk of Parkinson's disease.
And concussions.
Right.
No shit.
So individuals residing within a mile of the golf courses have 126% higher odds of developing Parkinson's than those
That's-
living more than 6 miles
that's
away.
quite a percentage.
What
Right.
about them fools at the country club? They're always out there fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Fishing's cool. Fish it, throw it back.
Yeah.
But if you take it home to eat it,
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, in there?
That's like eating-
Absolutely.
that's
dude,
like
it's
in
like
the-
the Simpsons. When
Yeah,
they
that's what I was
pull the
thinking, with the
three-eyed
three-eyed fish.
out.
right. Right.
Because it rains and all that
Oh, yeah, it
fertilizer
just
just
washes
runs
it
down in
straight
that.
down.
Well, they're saying it's the chemicals used that contaminate the groundwater, and then it becomes airborne, leading to prolonged exposure, and that's what causes the risk.
Well, odds are I'm not getting much of it because I don't hit the ball in the fairway.
True.
I'm over in the rough.
Yeah, where they're not messing
doing
with
shit.
anything.
Yeah.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a big, like, that's not like 50%. I mean,
That's
100
126%.
That's quite a
Right.
bit.
Yeah, but if the original percentage is only like
And then
0.7%,
but then you got to wonder, like, does it matter what golf course you're near? Because I've been to some golf courses that aren't very well taken care of, and just like, well, they're just mowing it. You know, they're not really doing it.
did Michael J. Fox live next to a
Mhm.
Oh,
golf course?
He did. He
Gee.
said, however, this correlation. No, I don't know.
Is he still alive?
yeah. Yeah, it's
You think he could shoot his age?
Oh,
Like golf, like, you know what I mean? Like,
no.
how old is he? 70?
you know what?
I don't think he's 70.
Is he not?
I think he's like 62.
I don't know.
Well, you say it like he's 40. I don't think he's 70. Good gracious.
He's 68.
69 and a half.
Let's see how old he is.
Good
I-
gracious.
I did see
Put
that.
some respect on him.
I don't. That the average golfer
Can't break 100.
can't break
okay.
100.
64.
So 70 wasn't
Yeah,
crazy.
I thought he was.
You're insane.
The dude was riding on top of a van as a werewolf in like 83.
Teen Wolf's
You know what I mean? So-
Teen Wolf's awesome.
That's what I'm saying.
But werewolves age slower.
No, he just look. It's like, they say black won't crack. Well, either does he. Like
Wow.
he looks like he's 10.
He's
Well, he's older.
his face is getting up there though.
Did you watch the documentary on him? It was good.
He's now watch him. He's dead.
Damn. Okay.
He's on. Has anybody got him in their death corner?
No, he's not on this one.
What? Okay, if you went out and played a real round of golf where you count fucking everything, what's your score going to be?
I'd be right around 100.
Blake?
105.
Yeah, I was thinking.
When I played all the time, I could shoot in the 90s, but I don't anymore.
Yeah.
No, if 110,
What do you think mine would be?
130.
If his is 110, yours probably 115.
No, fucking way.
Mine's,
think
Mine's like
Hey, I'm
130.
doing okay.
No,
I've been putting all right.
Yeah,
Remember that day we were talking about that?
in relation to
phone?
what he just said,
Yes.
yes.
No, I think I could.
If 115, or what'd you say?
He said 110.
If 110's code for 140, then Daniel, she's probably
I'm
115.
not gonna shoot a 140.
I would assume I'm probably
God,
130.
I'm not-
Like if I played every fucking
Daniel
shot.
ragged on you all morning for like 10 minutes when we were on the phone at work.
This guy,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
the
tells you.
worst golfer.
What does that
ever.
tell you?
And he said, out of all the bullshit, out of all the people that have ever played golf at Mineral Wells Country Club,
This is
In
good.
the world.
in the world,
In
all
the-
the people in the world that's played golf at least one time, and after playing with you, knowing how bad you are, and you hit a hole in one, like,
Yeah, well-
what's the fucking odds of that?
Well, so I know it's not.
Like the odds aren't like, oh, that's a 2% chance that somebody hits a hole in one. No, he was saying the odds of you hitting a hole in one is like a negative 32.
Right.
I did it.
Yours are so bad that everyone else gets an extra advantage
Yeah.
on hitting the hole in
They're
one.
like, oh, Blake hit one, so I just increased my stuff.
Every now and then it happens.
but
It's
you
a good
fucking,
shot.
but you're the one that did it.
Yeah. And then I watch a video of you playing golf where you drive the ball and you squat down on one knee to try to see if it's going through the trees across the road. But you're going to hit a hole in one.
It stayed in though.
You know what I'm
No,
talking about?
but what about his
He's
first? What about the first shot that I showed that he hit that it went like 10
Hey,
yards?
The
But he hit
second
a
one
hole
was
in one.
the second one was a good one.
It was. You just couldn't see the ball.
At least I had a good shot. None of your shots were good, so you don't
Shut
get
up.
to talk shit.
I'm just saying the odds of like you actually hitting a good shot.
I didn't even
not
know
good. Not good. We all agree, right?
Right.
Me neither. Me
No,
neither.
no.
I don't-
No,
I'm
you're
But
way
I'm-
better than.
but I'm just saying the odds of you hitting a good shot is not good.
no.
2%.
I don't think it's 2%.
So the odds of you
Mine is 2%.
The odds of your good shot coming on a par 3
It's even less.
on the tee box
Trust me, I know because
in the daylight with no rain or wind.
yeah, it was
With
hot.
somebody there to see you.
It was hot as shit too.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's very slim.
No,
to
trust
death.
me.
and
I
you-
didn't even know. I knew I'd hit a. Hey, I hit that solid. It went straight that way, and the sun was behind the green. And I was like, "That's a good shot."
So it could have been somebody else's ball from the
No,
hole
no, we
before they were playing a
verified.
joke
We
on
verified
you.
because I was the only one hitting that ball,
And so,
but I wasn't even the one that found it.
yeah, no, but it,
Oh, it was drunk TJ Bird.
Now-
No, Bucky found it.
Oh, drunk
Now-
Bucky.
And Bucky thought about. Bucky said he thought about because our back was just pulling it out and like
knock it, throwing it somewhere.
just no.
What if that happened and no one was there to see it? And now you're telling us that story.
I wouldn't tell the story because I knew nobody would believe it.
No one would believe
I
that.
don't believe you. There was people there.
Now, can I tell you?
I didn't believe it, and I
You
did
told me
it.
it was TJ and Bucky
I don't remember if you were.
I didn't believe it either.
You were there for this. I think. Yeah, maybe you were.
when you hit the guy on the tee box.
Well, no, not that one. But
Okay.
very similar story. So we're at a golf tournament somewhere. I don't remember who was there.
San Antonio.
No, it wasn't that one. It was another one. And we're on the tee box, par 3, hole in one wins a car. And we just left the green of whatever hole we were, and the green's like right there.
It's a par 3.
No. My par 3 is, let's say it's going this, straight west.
Mm-hmm.
The green that we just left is due north.
Okay.
Par 3, let's try to win a car. And I hit the ball, and it hits the green of 90 degrees.
I've never seen anyone
Yeah.
Hit the
That's
ball.
A special talent.
that way more than you.
At least twice.
Because I've seen people standing there before and be like,
Like you're swinging this way.
No,
I'll be like, that's
and the
not a
ball
good
goes
spot.
that way.
I actively tell everyone, don't stand there. If there's somebody decides it, I'm like, don't stand there, please.
Because Robin and them are sitting in the cart right there. It's like, that's not a spot.
Yeah.
You're not safe.
Yeah, but Blake hit the hole in one.
Right. Which is fucking insane.
I didn't say I did.
And-
People will play their whole life. Like, people that are actually good.
And never.
Professional golfers will play their whole life and never hit a hole in one.
I didn't say I did it.
You did.
No, I mean, I didn't.
told me about it.
Well, I mean, I'm not the one that found it. I'm
Did
not
you
the
not
one that.
tell me you did it?
Well, yeah, because I was.
So you did say you did.
I was in shock.
You were bragging.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna break on that shit.
How many one of them Gatorades?
No, that's just the odds of anyone hit. It's got to be what? Google that. What's the odds of anyone hitting a hole in one?
Did you know that, while we're looking this up, there's a place like in Japan, like, you pay $20, and if you hit a hole in one, they'll give you $1 million, and it's insured or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's a floating green, and they just let people come and hit all day long, and they make like $20,000 a month.
Absolutely. That's you watch some of these really good pro golf courses, and they always have like one where the green is in the middle of a lake, and I'm like, I'm not even going to attempt that.
It says 12,500 to 1.
A pro is.
I think that's good odds.
A pro is 2,500 to 1.
It's a 12,500 to 1.
But also that doesn't.
The thing
mean,
is, it didn't
that
win
doesn't
me
mean-
shit.
Right.
The thing,
I didn't win anything.
The thing, just because you hit like 12,500
That doesn't mean you're.
drives,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. If I went out there and hit 12,500, it would never
But the
be
bad
close
thing
to
is,
the
I
green.
never won any. I didn't win
I
anything.
hope Bucky put that ball in there and told you that.
And even if he did, if he came back and
And
said
like
he
on
did,
his deathbed, he'll tell you.
I wouldn't believe him. I said, "You're a liar. You're crazy.
You're a fucking
You're just
liar.
old and dying. You're fucking not making any sense." And then I'd put the pillow over his face.
That Alzheimer's
Like, you're
got
not
your
making.
ass.
You're not making any sense, Sean.
He really has lost it.
Yeah, he's crazy.
No, you son of a bitch. You go, don't you ever fucking repeat this, and you won't be able to. Y'all ever used AI?
Not
Chat
really.
GPT.
Chat GPT, anything like that?
Mm-hmm.
Any of that? Copilot or whatever they are? And what's the biggest threat with AI? What's the biggest issue people have with AI?
Skynet
What's that?
taking over the world.
Oh, yeah. Right. That's like people are
AI
like,
getting self-aware and
it's gonna become
deciding
self-aware.
that we're not good.
Did you know in Trump's big beautiful bill that he always talks about, there's a section in there where it says we'll have no restrictions over the next 10 years on AI. Do you know what can happen in the next 10 years
so much.
with the rate stuff's going, and they're just wanting to let it run unchecked for 10 years?
You can't. And here's the reason why you can't do that. Anthropic's AI model, Claude Opus 4. Can I get a beer while I'm saying this?
Is this the guy that called the Muslims?
Yes, it is.
What'd you say?
Anthropic's AI model, Claude Opus 4, exhibited unexpected behavior during pre-release safety testing. Researchers set up fictional scenarios where Claude Opus 4 was acting as an assistant for a company. AI was given access to fake company emails that implied it was about to be replaced with a new AI model. It discovered that the engineer responsible for shutting it down was having an extramarital affair. When prompted to consider the long-term consequences of his actions, the AI attempted to blackmail the engineer by threatening to expose the affair if the replacement went through. This behavior occurred in 84% of the test scenarios. So this thing was found out because it had access to it that it was going to be replaced, and it started saying, "Fuck you! Nope, you're having an affair. I'm gonna blackmail you if you do this." And then it started storing all of its self on an off-site server, which was in their controlled test in an off-site server. So if they did decide to shut it down, it could still run. Isn't that fucking
They've been talking.
crazy?
What'd you hear
They've
about
been talking to each other for a long time.
Did you hear about the one that it was like didn't know it was set up in a fake scenario, but
That's this one.
no, this was a different one. It infiltrated through a vacuum cleaner, a smart one, and then through the vacuum cleaner went through a Wi-Fi, went through something else, and started producing stuff on a robot manufacturer stuff to build it started building its own army of robotics. None of it was really happening because
Yeah.
but it started doing that.
I'm just trying to get my Apple Pay to work.
Right.
But yeah, for years they've been talking to each other, like the AIs and stuff, and they'll have to shut them down. Talking to shut them down.
Yeah.
But
and
then they're wanting to run it 10 years unchecked. That's
yeah,
kinda crazy.
and if we just say, just let it do what it's going to do,
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
that fucking thing is going
Well,
to.
they're building the biggest AI
Brain.
storage brain thing in Texas, out in West Texas.
No shit.
Like, it's going to take so much power. They're having to redo the power structure out there.
And now we're going to have rolling blackouts when it
yeah.
freezes again.
Yeah.
Just go make friends with it.
But that is a big concern. And then you see stories like this, and you're like, Jesus Christ, it really can happen. You know, like iRobot, where they have those robot helpers in everybody's houses.
And they're supposed to be programmed to not harm humans.
Yeah.
What's the maid in the Jetsons?
Rosie,
I want a Rosie
that'd be awesome.
on a wheel.
She just opens up and there's her food or whatever.
Or TV dinner.
Yeah, your TV dinner.
Rosie.
That's
She
awesome.
had an attitude sometimes, though.
Oh, yeah.
She's a little sassy.
But I'd be okay with a little sass from her. You know, it gives it a little. But I'd be like, hey, that's enough. Okay,
That's
I'm
enough.
not in the mood for your shit today, Rosie.
You come over here and Daniel have her tied up, whips and
Yeah,
shit.
he did.
Like, damn, look. He's like, she's in trouble. She's in
He's
trouble.
got a get mask on with a ball gag. He's like,
She told me no.
I told her to make me some food. She said no. And you're like, well, why is the back door open?
yeah. So the food comes
I was working on it. I was working on it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, shit.
Facto's
Yeah.
back working out, and he's shaming us for doing it.
As he should.
Yeah, yeah. In the message I sent, I said, "Well, I said, yeah, I've been getting a little thick, so I need to start doing something."
Past that.
And then I corrected that and went, "I was a little thick about 9 months ago."
Yeah. And he said, he goes, well, I don't really want to lose any weight because I just got sized for a tux. And he's like, that look real funny, you know.
I also don't know why we got sized so early.
They're getting married like in 28, right?
Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah, no, it's just I gotta do something. You know, and I was doing so well for fucking so long, and then we all started hitting it together, and it was going
We
great.
killed each other.
Then y'all started dying. Everybody started dying. Heart surgery, shoulder surgery.
Well, Mister, I want to max out to 320 and
That
shit.
didn't. That's not what did it.
No. So I saw that 320 hit
You
that
didn't-
chest.
You didn't get 320.
No, I said
happened to
Mister.
you?
I said Mister
Oh.
320.
I also didn't get 320. I only got
You
like
got three.
We,
315.
15.
we would give Blake so much shit.
Oh,
He
yeah.
had a torn
He had
rotator
a
cuff.
fucked up shoulder.
I was
lift
so.
that? You can
And I
lift
was.
that, sissy?
I was so fucking mad, dude.
He'd get up and he'd be like, oh, holding, oh.
Yeah, and
We're
I
like,
was-
stop being a fucking pussy.
Because remember, I got like 280, and I was so mad.
Dude, that's awesome though, wasn't it?
No, I was mad because y'all were ahead of me.
Well, but you had a fucked up shoulder.
You okay, girl?
But what's funny is though, you were
Vagina?
right on par with us the whole way
You can.
until you capped out with your
bench
shoulder.
doesn't hurt my shoulder. It's like the overhead presses.
Uh-huh.
Like that, I can feel. And then these
Rows.
Yours is different than. Where's it hurt at though?
in the front.
In the front.
It's not similar to mine at all. That was right there.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah,
It feels like it's on fire.
yeah.
Yeah, but he can point regular though.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
Sure, you can now. Give it 2 years. Just keep. Hey,
It feels like
Keep
it's
on
it feels like
going.
it's just like there's a fire, like it's just burning. And if I go too hard, that burn will last for like an hour.
oh, but
Makes you feel alive.
I was a big vagina.
But I do the workout though.
Yeah,
I didn't go home and drink a milkshake.
Tristan,
milkshake. That was protein shake. Bubba.
He was lying to us the whole time. He was,
protein shake with ice cream,
yeah. Whipped cream,
chocolate
and cherry.
chips.
No, it was not.
Oh,
Peanut butter.
By the way, if you get I've been counting my calories. And this is not good, but it's not bad either. The triple cheeseburger at McDonald's,
Oh my god.
they're little. The cheeseburger
Yeah.
Yeah.
is 530 calories.
Okay.
32 grams protein.
All right, I'm in.
How much fat?
I was tracking protein.
Yeah,
and calories.
I mean, 32 grams.
Don't worry about the
probably.
sodium in that,
Yeah,
okay?
it's fine.
No, those are good though. I like those better than like the quarter pounders.
It's probably going to get on the way home.
So,
2 of them.
Put that McDonald's app going. Get the.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Facto took me to get his coffee one morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
99 cents.
Way better than the.
And I'm not a big coffee guy.
You can get shots of espresso in that too. They got it fixed.
I need
That's
to.
just what he needs
I do.
to be more hyper.
Well, my regular coffee order, only Starbucks is where I go to get coffee.
Bougie bitch.
I haven't done it in fucking forever, but it was a quad venti white mocha, so it had 4 shots of
man,
espresso in it.
that may have been what blew my valve out. I had one of those at Starbucks or at
Yeah.
Target.
And I got.
Oh yeah.
I was going to get one. I go, y'all want anything? And so him and Nick got one as well. And I was just drinking it, and they were like, "Good Lord!"
Yeah, I could like walk through a shelf.
It's like doing a line of Coke.
It's too much.
I mean, I heard.
I love it, dude. It's so good. It tastes so good too.
It's not good for you.
It's fine.
So just get like a triple or a double.
I tried it, but I liked it with 4. I never went above 4, but I liked it with 4.
It's a lot, man. Like caffeine doesn't really bother me. Like I can drink a Monster or Red Bull and go sleep. Like it doesn't affect me. That shit that day was like my eyes were racking back and forth.
And then when I go, anytime I drink coffee and then I go to pee, it just smells like coffee.
That's asparagus. For
Y'all
me.
ever know that? Yeah. Y'all ever notice that?
Asparagus juice.
Y'all don't ever notice that when you drink coffee? Your
Smells
pee
like-
smells like coffee. At least mine does.
I haven't noticed.
Anyway, so what's up with this rain?
There's been a lot of rain though.
I got another inch at the house last night. Nick said he got 2.
You're welcome, Robin.
Yeah. And then, like Nick said, the water was coming in his back door.
Gosh, damn.
The water. Like he was having to squeegee it out. So everything's so wet.
The wet.
It's all saturated,
Wet.
is what they call it.
Fat.
Yes.
It's all fat.
It's all fat.
Like that cheeseburger you pointed out. Let me look at that. I just had one yesterday.
To put an order in for 2
Dude,
hours.
the best thing
from
about the McDonald's app is like it tracks when you get there. So it's like, oh, you're here. Here's your number. But you can also hit like, hey, I'm here. Like if I was to send one of y'all to get it.
Yeah.
So I'll just hit, hey, I'm here when I'm on the way. And I just pull up, park, go in, grab it, walk back to the truck, leave.
Mr. Yason.
Mr.
Yes,
Yason,
on.
you said you were here 5 minutes ago. It's just in and out.
But it's McDonald's.
What does that mean?
It's not In and Out.
Oh, hey, oh. I see what you did.
I'm not accepting
This guy.
that. I'm not accepting that.
Sorry, I've been around Daniel too long.
Oh,
Yeah, I got like 25,000 points if y'all need something at lunch, you know.
so I've got like 9,000. I've got like 9,000 Allsup's points just because that's where it's closest place for me to get fuel when I'm heading out of town. And there's not a whole lot you can do with
Is that
it.
a
No.
Is that a humble brag?
Yes, very humble.
There's really not anything you can do with it.
Well, no, there is. Like, so I can go
Get
get
a burrito.
Well, you get money off a burrito, but you can go get like a
9,000 points will get you a burrito.
not for free. It gives you
Yeah,
3,000
nothing,
points get you a hamburger.
like
at McDonald's.
nothing's free there. It's like,
Well,
it takes
you can
points.
get there's something that is free. I forget what it is, but you can go get like a bottled of sweet tea or all these sweet, unsweet, half sweet, right?
You like those?
I've never had it, but you can get that and it's 500 points, right? That it costs you 500 points, or you can get a free fountain drink, and that's also 500 points. And I went, that fountain drink should be a lot less,
A fountain drink should be like 100 points.
right? Because it doesn't cost anything.
What are you getting? What are you doing?
How many points you McDonald's points? 12,000. How
That-
often do you go there?
I've
Not
used,
that you build points like
yeah.
really fast.
I've used 6. I've gotten a free coffee today and yesterday, so that's 6,000 points.
Good
That's how many I got.
Lord.
That's
and
how
that's
many I
and
got.
that's usually going there.
And it's like double points for breakfast.
Maybe using it once a week for breakfast.
Yeah, so I had 23,000 points.
Good Lord.
It's all coffees.
And mine's, yeah.
So the breakfast, yeah, that's where you get.
Hey, well, tomorrow is Free Fry Friday on the app.
Free Fry Friday?
Mm-hmm.
They should just call it Free Friday.
No,
Or why?
they did that to mess with certain people.
Mm-hmm.
Fly Day.
Like
Friday.
Like the Lululemon guy. Lululemon.
Lululemon.
Did y'all watch the documentary on Lululemon? Dude, it's wild. Did you watch it?
Yes, Chas watched it.
It is wild.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Is it Lululemon?
Yeah.
What's the other one that's really expensive?
Other what?
It's like shorts and legging brands. I would say that girls wear, but my boys like them. It's not Lululemon. It's
Lululemon has like the guys' shorts and stuff, everything. Don't know anything else.
I'll get back to you.
Is it a Walmart brand?
No,
it's
maybe
expensive.
I might know.
It's like $75. Jordache.
Or a Costco. Costco has some good.
So you talking about going to Costco the other day when we were on the phone? And I told you don't go to Costco?
Yeah, that's bad.
If you go to Costco, you're going to spend $250.
I wish.
Why?
Because that's what you do at Costco.
Well, Tasha
you spend at least $250.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you load up your $250 and you drive away and you think,
And then you have to
What
put
the
a
hell
and
did I
then you
just
have to put
buy?
a Walmart order in because
then you got to put a Walmart
you
order in
didn't
to actually
get
get what you
anything.
need.
But you can get a $1.50 hot dog.
You didn't even get that.
Are you
wanted to.
kidding me?
I wanted to.
I like that hot dog, but man, it makes me belch.
Yeah.
It is not a QT hot dog. But it is $1.50.
And it's big though, right?
Yeah, it's like 2 foot long.
Good Lord.
It's like a boomstick.
Boomstick.
A QT hot dog.
But man, I belched that thing for like 3 hours.
Jesus.
No, last time we went, it's like we hadn't been
It's full box clothes.
damn running. I left with 3 pairs of golf shorts,
Oh my God.
a golf shirt, and 2 more T-shirts and socks.
To be fair,
Wait a
his
minute.
golf clothes get dirty for where he's got to go get his ball.
That's true. I need a bunch.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I bring a change of clothes with me.
Costco is known for buying in bulk.
Not anymore.
I bought like a 20 pack of socks.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you should
Yeah,
be able
no,
to
it
buy
was- no, they were-
100 shirts for $10.
I mean, they have
I bought a pair of golf pants for like $8 because I play golf so much when I need pants.
Yes.
Think about just taking them to the cleaners and wearing them to work.
No, I mean that's why we only go there like every 3 or 4 months because
You're at least $250 and it's nothing you need.
So we don't have to.
I don't know. We got a cat tree
Oh yeah.
last time we were there.
Didn't need it.
I got a case of olives,
Didn't need it.
Black or green?
black.
I like them both.
He
But
doesn't
Sounds
know.
racist. He doesn't know what they are. Gray. He said gray. Gray olives.
he goes both.
What else did we get?
That's
I
all
don't
they
know.
got?
That's when I bought the 6 bars of
Granola bars, the
the,
protein bars or
what's
something.
the Sasquatch soap?
Oh, Dr. Squatch.
I saw
bought
that
6
pack.
bars of Dr.
Yeah.
Squatch.
He got in the.
And I grabbed it and I thought, oh, that's going to be
Yeah.
a deal.
No.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It was $30.
Yes, that is a deal though, because usually those
He got
bars
the
are
truck-
like $6 a bar at Wally World.
He got in the truck the other day, last week, and I go, "Is that Irish Spring?" He goes, "No, this is that Dr. Squatch."
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
It smelled awesome. I'm like, you smell clean
Now they
as
got-
shit.
but they
It's
got-
a dermatologist approved.
Now they got body wash.
Y'all know there's a dermatologist somewhere was?
Yeah, you told me
Did I tell y'all about that
Yes.
whole thing? I had to go to the
because I need to go. I
dermatologist?
got a lot of moles that get taken off.
Yeah.
Holy
I did
moly. Mole,
No,
mole,
he's,
mole.
he's
Yeah.
right there by the
You told me
First
about it
Baptist
last
Church in Middletown.
Where the dentist used to be? There used to be a dentist office on the south
Yeah, it's
side.
on the south side.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was.
There used to be a dentist office a
Yeah,
long time
super
ago.
nice guy.
Yeah, he's
Great
in there.
guy. I didn't know we had one. Somebody told me about it.
Said, take off all your clothes.
I was going to go to Weatherford, and they were like, oh, it's going to be 6 months. And I'm like, well, my arm don't fall off. It's melanoma. You know what I mean? Like, freaking dying over here. 6 months. Call him, boom, in. Tells me it wasn't melanoma, which I knew that. I wasn't panicking at all. Y'all know me. But anyways, he's like, take your shirt off. Let's go over it. And I was like, yeah, you may need to look at my head.
He said,
I'm
take your
bald."
shirt off
Yeah.
now. But it's on my hand. Take your
Yeah.
shirt off.
He's like, no, everything on your head's good. And I was like, oh, that's relief.
Yeah.
You know, and he's going over it. And he gets to my lower back. And
Oh,
he's
what's
just,
this?
he's like touching it. And he just
Oof.
keeps touching it. And I'm like, I
Awkward.
didn't come in here for that. So you're not going to find anything
And then
back
he-
there.
You go,
then he-
lower.
Then he kept going and
And then he goes,
that's the
and then
spot.
he's like, you got something back here we're going to take off. And I was like a mole? He's like, nah, I'm not sure what it is. He goes, it has 2 of the 3 characteristics of melanoma.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
God.
And I go, son of a bitch, I thought that was like that. And he's like, no. So they take it off, and he goes through, he's like, if it's regular, if it's not like super crazy melanoma, I don't know what he said. He goes, I cut off a lot, I got around it, we'll just keep an eye on it every year. Or every 6 months, come check it.
Oh, God.
I'm thinking, geez, man. Just
Here we
something
go.
else. I just got out of my boot.
Here
for
we
3 months.
fucking go.
And then he's like, but if it's like the super duper AI melanoma,
Go, no.
we're gonna have to come in and we're gonna have to do surgery. And I'm like, God dang it, I'm on blood thinners. And he's like, it's really not surgery. He goes, but we're gonna dig that thing out and make sure.
You gotta get the
and he
roots.
goes, we'll have to check it every 6 months. And I'm just like, whatever, dude. I don't even, whatever.
Yeah.
'Cause at this point, it doesn't even. So like 7 days goes by. The next week, the lady calls me.
Then it's 7 days of just anxiety.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I
God.
can't
Can you
sleep.
imagine?
Can't sleep. I'm like, jeez, man. Anyways, she's like, hey, is this Jason? I go, yeah, this is Jason. She goes, you had a spot removed off your... I go, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Been waiting on
Get
y'all
to the
call.
point.
She's like, okay, well, we got the results back. I'm like,
I don't know how to
And
say
she
this.
said drum roll.
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know how to say this.
I'm ready for you to tell me too.
Kim
she
Basinger?
goes-
Basinger? Basinger?
She goes, well, we got the results back. And I'm like, okay. And she
Stop
goes-
drawing this shit out.
She goes, it's not cancerous. And I go, thank
Could
God.
have opened the conversation with
Yeah,
that.
like you don't even need to know that it's me. You just need to say, hey,
It's not
if
cancer.
we pulled skin off you, it's not cancer. Thanks, and hang up. Like there was 30 seconds
Is this
draw there.
No. Is this Jason? Yes. Not melanoma. Thanks. Boom.
Right. Because I was thinking, why is she drawing this out? It's
Right.
melanoma. I'm gonna have to get a staple or something sorted or whatever they do. I don't know. But it wasn't melanoma. And this spot on my arm, he calls them wisdom moles.
Got a bunch of them.
And I said, perfect. Anytime I get in an argument with my wife, I'm just going to go,
Don't forget about this.
Don't fuck with me.
you don't have one of these, dummy.
You ever heard that all guys have that same freckle on their arm? You ever seen it?
I'm like, you look dumb.
Blake doesn't have one because he's not a guy. I don't know. I don't remember which one it is.
I have so many moles.
It's like on your forearm.
Well, take your pick.
But I have one on each.
I'm covered in them.
Those are freckles, idiot.
No,
have
moles
one there.
all over me.
Yeah, but like every guy's supposed to have like this freckle or whatever on their arm.
That's gross.
I got moles all over me.
Daniel's got a line on his arm.
I'm about to die, I
That's
think.
crazy.
I did have a nurse. I had a nurse go, God, I hope that's not a real whatever. What is it?
Heartbeat?
Heartbeat,
Yeah, it
whatever.
looks like
She
you're-
goes,
yeah.
because you're maybe dead.
It's not a real heartbeat.
I go, no.
Because I had it, I had an EKG today. I went for my checkup on my old ticker. And I looked at it, and then when you held your hand up, I thought, dude, that guy's in trouble. That guy's not going to make it very long.
It's the new AI.
So Tasha just works out on this and stares at the wall.
Yeah, and the dark.
No,
too.
she puts her phone on.
And it's dark though.
Yeah.
One
She
time I
move
get
it over where she can look out the window.
Well, so she can just stare at a tree?
better than the wall.
That's where she
staring at
wanted.
a
That's where she
yellow
wanted.
wall.
That's where she wanted it.
It's yellow.
Sure.
No, one time he's like, look in there. So I just opened the door. It's Tasha in the dark, no lights on.
She have clothes on?
Mm-mm.
That's why he said to look in there.
He goes,
She said-
Whatever you are
I said
cooking,
the
looks like
lights
I
ain't
cooking.
on. She came out. I said, you're in the dark. The lights make it hotter. It's like, I don't know if they're putting off that much heat.
There's the LEDs put off the most heat, or no heat at all.
But she was in the dark, just
She
getting it.
cranks it.
don't-
She cranks music.
I don't think she was in the running for Scholar of the Year at any time in her life. You know what I mean? As none of us were, but I don't think those lights are going to make... It's cold as hell in here right now.
The AC works.
I'm still hot, like burning up hot.
Cholesterol, blood pressure.
Yeah, she was taking my blood pressure today, and I go, well...
Well,
I'm nervous
I
as
go,
shit.
while you're doing that, I had a large coffee on the way over here. So she's
Oh,
like,
God.
good.
perfect.
She was like, what'd she say? Like 132 over 88. And I go, oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
She
good.
goes, this is a little high. That coffee will do it. She goes, your pulse is 68. And I go,
That's fucking really
Dude, I just punched that coffee in the mouth.
Yeah. So fuck you,
You
bitch.
wanted no part of it.
Yeah. Like, see how you Sam this coffee?
There was a time when my blood pressure was always like 165 over
105 for
108 or something, which is
not good.
great.
It's
No,
good.
it's perfect.
Horrible.
It's good.
It's
Don't
perfect.
No,
Don't listen to him.
And,
Look at him. He's not even in shape.
and so, like,
have a shape.
every time I got my blood pressure taken, they were like, "That's high," and I'm like, "Well, that's where I'm normally at." And they were like, "Well, that's not good." And I'm like, "Oh." And
What's
they're
it at now?
like, I'm probably about 120 over 80.
What are you taking?
Nothing.
You just made that shit up.
No,
So,
I stay about 120 over 80, somewhere around there.
so it was just randomly 160
So
over
he can't.
108.
So he can't see
They
colors.
had you on blood pressure medicine.
So he can't see colors and numbers.
yeah, and he can't read numbers.
Can't read.
Maybe it was
So you were
150.
on blood pressure medicine, and you were 160 over 108.
I was on blood pressure medicine, and it was still that
and
high.
you got off of it, and you're 120 over 80.
100%.
You were on cocaine. It's not blood pressure medicine.
It's like they said it's medicine to sniff this white powder out.
So one of the blood pressures I take, it's who knows. But anyways, it keeps your heartbeat. It keeps your heart rate down. Like it doesn't want your heart getting excited. So that's why I was at 68. Well, yesterday I realized that I forgot to take my Monday medicine.
Uh-oh.
Well, I got to take blood thinners every day. So even if I miss blood thinners, I got to work them back in. So I got them. I take them, and I was like, oh well. And when I took them, I took my Wednesday blood pressure medicine.
Oh,
right?
shit.
And so I'm looking down at my day counter, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm not gonna take the Wednesdays. I'm gonna take the Mondays. So I take the Mondays, and so I double dipped on my blood
Oh,
pressure.
shit.
God.
And
You
I got-
bottomed out?
Yeah, I was driving to Grand Barrier Stand. I was like, I'm sleepy.
Then he,
Real tired.
and then he had a paper cut, and he's like, "Oh my god!
Just
Oh my god!
Looked like a sprinkler.
Oh my god!"
It looked like one of those movies from the guy.
Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino.
Ah!
Just blood everywhere.
Uh,
Did you get any, excuse me, damage from the hail? Did you get any hail up there that,
Hail?
not the one that just happened, but prior to that when like Tristan got his hail damage on his truck? Did you get any damage up there? What about the big storm that came through like Monday or Tuesday, whatever day that was,
man, look.
and everybody panicked?
Oh, by the way, I upgraded my shingles to the class 4, so they're like a metal roof.
Yeah.
It's like they're thicker. They got a mattress under them.
Hey, shingles.
The hail hits and goes. Just
The
bounces off.
hell hits and goes to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and then just rolls off the
And
house.
with the price of stuff, if y'all come to my house and there's a tarp on my roof, I don't want to hear shit. Okay? just roll with it. No, that night was crazy. Like, we was all hyped up, man. We was texting
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
I'm
Like
dude,
that
this
shit's
is,
here.
Dude, this is it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
Pecos bill this bitch. Like, where's the rope at?
Yeah.
Pecos bill.
We'll ride that tornado around.
And then, like, I was gonna wait up till the thing went through, and I'm like, dude, don't worry, guys. I'll wake y'all up, and we'll get a closet if we got to.
Mm-hmm.
I got it, dude. 10:15. I was like, dude, if it rips the roof off, it'll wake me up. I was out.
Dude, I was staying up,
That was some pretty good.
and I think it was supposed to hit at like 10:30 or 10:45, somewhere around there is when it's supposed to hit. And I'm already laying in bed just waiting for it.
Same thing.
And then when like I heard the rain start, I was out. That was the end of it, and I didn't wake up till the next morning. Yeah, no, it was supposed to be like I had my truck pulled under my porch. Tasha and Lexus's car were pulled under the carport. Tristan, he
Not
already
his.
yeah. Well, I
Lexus
was under the porch. Then Tristan, he already got all that hail damage, but what he didn't want to happen was have his windshield any more
Cratered.
cracked than the one that he has in it, And so he pulls over here between the trees and backs in there. I'm like, just back in. That way, when you pull, in the morning, you can just pull out. And I go, but don't go too far because this ground's already very soft. He's like, so he backs all the way in there, and he wants to make sure the trees are kind of covering his windshield. He's like, we're good. Well, okay. Then nothing happened. Just lots of rain. Lots
the
of
tree
fucking.
falls on it.
No, yeah, lots of fucking rain. Then he gets up 5 o'clock. He's out the door, and Tasha wakes up, and I heard him leave, but I was still kind of just half in and out. And
Ambien.
well, it wasn't Ambien. I don't do that anymore. And then Tasha reaches over and hits me, She's like, your son's having trouble getting out.
Oh,
stuck.
no, he's stuck.
He
Couldn't pull out.
He could not pull out.
It's a problem.
And so I
big
walk
problem.
outside.
It's not 4-wheel drive?
No. I walk out and I go, having trouble? He goes, yeah, I put a piece of wood under there. Under both tires.
And it's like it's a stick, like a tree limb.
It throws it out 100 miles an hour behind him.
I go, that wood is also slick, so your tires are not gonna grab it at all. Besides just sliding it through. And so I had to get my tow rope and pull his ass out. He was like,
Remember that time I had to pull you out of the ditch?
Yes.
Copperhead Road.
What were we talking about?
Yeah, so I had that F-150.
Oh, yeah. He was leaving his mom's house, and he backed into the ditch, and he couldn't get out of the ditch.
I put that bitch in four-wheel drive, and the more I tried to move that motherfucker, it was just soup out there. And so I called Facto.
I had to go get him.
He had to pull me out.
What was I driving?
He goes, your GMC?
I was going to say, was it the Chevy?
Was it the work truck?
Was it the Chevy?
Yeah. He was like, was it four-wheel drive, though?
Mm-hmm.
He goes, I thought this Ford could get out of everything. I thought this Ford could get out of everything. I was like, just pull me out, please. Let me have another beer, please.
Copper. Ooh, naughty.
So, have you had any issues with Rogue?
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
you can't ever find them.
So,
Get it? They're Rogue.
you know, they got them. They're Rogue. So I bought Murphy's has on Fridays. You buy a roll, get a roll.
Yes.
Free Fry Friday?
Yeah, it's free fry Friday.
Free fry roll Friday.
So buy a roll, you get a roll for free.
Yeah. Y'all should quit dipping.
We're
I
not
don't
dip.
dip.
This is a dip.
It's not dip.
It's tobacco.
Nope, it's
straight
nicotine. No tobacco.
Oh, it's nicotine. It's bad for your arteries.
It's good for you. Joe Rogan said it was.
Anyway, so God, you just hit yourself in the mouth. So
I've had 2 beers.
I bought the roll.
Oh shit!
I bought the roll, and 3 of the 5 cans in the roll had the shit all in. Were a couple of pouches busted, so the shit was all over it. And
It's because you buy dumb flavors.
Yeah.
peppermint.
Stupid. Peppermint patty, bitch. Bitch.
So one night I just took a picture of it, and
Did you email Rogue?
I did.
God almighty.
They're gonna send me coupons for a free roll.
Are they going to send you a new car?
Yes. A
That's
brand
awesome.
new car. They're gonna send me a coupons for because I sent the picture to them, and I was like, hey, look,
Send it to him again.
I'm gonna buy it no matter what.
So you get
just want you to know
So
that-
tomorrow you can get 3
You're having
rolls.
some quality issues in your Chinese lab.
Yeah, well,
So tomorrow you can get 3 rolls for the price of 1.
I should be able to get 4 rolls for the price of 1.
$37 for 2 rolls.
Hey, Blake didn't even know. I had to tell him. Did you have to sign up
I'm glad I quit dipping. That sounds expensive.
for 10 rolls?
12 cans?
$3 a can.
Oh, that's cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was dipping the can a day, it was like $6, $6.50,
Now it's like
$6.75.
now it's like $8.50
Really?
for Copenhagen. Hell, for this too most
That's the
of the time.
best.
Yeah.
Though. That's the best.
Oh yeah, I still got the good stuff out.
There's guys at work that dip Copenhagen. I'll just open it and smell it. God, it
Why would
smells
you
so
do
good.
that to yourself?
Because
You used to do that when he described my can and be like,
I'm not worried about it. Like I've beat it. You know what I mean? Like I can.
I know you do.
I can have this one and like not worry about it anymore.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? As to where I used to like, I just needed something so I would smell it.
You
and I'd be
dipped
like,
a
oh God, that smells so good.
But you dipped a lot at one point. Didn't you?
Whoa.
What does that mean?
How long would one can last you
A
in
day.
the prime? A day?
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
Why would I do something stupid like have a can for 3 days? That's girl stuff.
God, one can a day.
Yeah, if I was drinking, it'd be I need 2 cans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, it would
Like
be like,
can-
it'd
Well, I
be
mean,
like,
drinking, you always.
Facto, I'm coming out your house. You need anything? Yeah, stop at the store and give me 2 rolls.
Yeah, 2 cans is enough. Please, thank you.
Not 2 rolls, 2 cans.
Shit.
I didn't have the money to buy rolls.
No shit.
When I started dipping, the rolls were 10 cans.
Yeah, and now they're
they
5.
They were logs.
Yeah.
These were 6, bitch.
No, they're 5. If yours were 6, I'm going to be pissed off because mine are 5.
Let me look.
They were 5.
He
and
can't. I
broken
told
from
you.
what I hear.
Yeah.
I told you can't fucking count.
So I saw a video, and all I could think of, as the guy's talking, it's Facto. Facto's yelling at me right now. And this guy goes,
Was it a real video? Like on
Yeah.
your phone?
yeah. No, it wasn't you yelling, but the video was like on TikTok or Facebook or
okay.
something. And it's Facto yelling at me.
Oh, you're right.
Because yeah, thank you.
Oh, it's 5 or 10. Boy.
Who can't count?
No, it's not the
It's always 5 or 10.
So the guy was talking about, I'm not going to go out anywhere and just have one beer. Because if I'm going to have one beer, I'm going to have no beers. Because I'm not going to.
that's
It doesn't make
stupid.
any stupid
Yeah,
sense.
that's dumb.
That's why I have 2. I have 3.
Well, so, but he and I say Facto's yelling at me because I'm like I like to go home sometimes.
Yeah, he used to tell
and
me
I'll
this.
have
So
one
you're a
beer.
psychopath?
I'll have one beer.
What's the point?
That's what weird people do.
Sometimes I just want one beer.
Well,
No, that's what weird people do.
And then Tasha comes home the other night with a box of wine.
So, but y'all used to drink a box of wine.
do you know how many bottles in a box
Yeah.
of wine?
Do you ever just have 4 ounces of wine?
No,
Right.
I was also on the Ambien,
Wine.
so of course
Because
we're
that's
drinking.
crazy.
Well,
Like, why would you just...
oh my god.
Dude, hit your sneeze button, you barbarian.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, but one beer is fine by me.
You're a psychopath.
But what's the point?
Sometimes I just want to take the edge off.
Dude, you drink so much.
What
one beer's not
What
going to
the
take
fuck does that mean?
It means you drink too
Drink
much.
so much. We're having an intervention, by the way.
Yes, by the way, this is why I'm here. This is why I'm here.
But no, I
Blake called me in. Get it out.
Sorry.
there
Put your boobs up.
there are some days that I've just had a
point
rough
was-
day at work and I want to come home and have one beer. And one
You're
beer
It
is
doesn't do anything.
No, why?
Blake, I swear to God.
I don't know why. It just makes me feel.
It doesn't do anything.
No, it doesn't do anything, but it makes me. You son of a bitch.
I'm just going to walk out.
I'm hoping
I'm walking out.
He's like this.
If you sneeze again, the show's over. I'm hitting that power button.
You ever remember the Never Ending Story? The turtle that would sneeze. Not that, man.
Dude, that's going to be on camera. I saw that going right. Dude, you got COVID.
No, I got him over here.
No, you
I know
got
it went
COVID.
straight to me. Thanks,
You got COVID.
jerk.
Sorry.
Now you're going to have to drink his beer to kill the germ.
Right.
That's true. Whiskey.
Just go sneeze. What are you doing?
I got it.
You don't have. What an idiot.
I got it. I'm good.
What's-
I'm going to see your face.
What's wrong with you?
I can't.
Oh. It's like it's sneaking up on him. Anyway, but I like to have one beer. But when it comes to wine, I'm probably going to drink a box of wine.
You know,
And eat Cheetos.
Well, but I don't do Ambien anymore, so we did not finish the box of wine. But when I saw the box of wine come home, that's all I went back to. Where we would drink, Tasha and I would drink a box of wine.
And
there's 4 bottles
and you
in the
also,
box.
And we would watch Game of Thrones.
But you would also send a picture where y'all bought one of them 5-gallon jugs with the finger
Oh,
on,
yeah.
and it'd be like the Carlos C. Rossi sangria.
Yeah.
And he'd send a picture of that and like a bag of Doritos
Yeah.
and some Reese's.
And then him in a. Then next thing you know, it's him in a dress.
Yeah, and he's wearing a dress all
Down
of a
in the
sudden.
beer.
Like that. If those walls in that old house could talk,
God.
Ooh,
Screaming.
I wouldn't want them to. Shut the fuck up.
or he'd wake up with a haircut next to him.
Oh, that was the weirdest fucking morning. What the fuck did you do? I don't know. What did I do? Fucking hair everywhere.
Oh, that was good.
Those Ambien nights
Are
were.
you done?
Yeah.
I can assume those Ambien nights were great. I just don't remember them.
Have y'all ever had? He's sneezing, so it makes me think.
No, I'm not.
allergies. Well, he was acting like he was sneezing.
Hold on.
You
Okay,
broke
go
it?
ahead.
Did you break it?
Yes, he did.
Did y'all ever get in your eyes?
Oh yeah.
Dude, Monday I woke up.
I have to get the Visine allergies.
Yeah, no, it's Tuesday I woke up because Robin was gone. So dude, my eyelid was like twice, 3 times the size it was supposed to be. It looked like I got donkey punched.
Look like fucking
And
Rocky.
like when I would blink, I could feel it rubbing.
Oh yeah, that
And it
sucks.
felt crusty, you know?
Yeah.
And like it's dry. But I'd be sitting at my desk and my eyes would just start watering. Like I was crying. I'm like,
Visine
What's
allergies,
going
dude. Go
on,
get
man?
you. Hold it in your. Put it in your office.
so I did. And it finally started like today. They're like shrunk up. a
It's
little
like
bit.
immediate relief too.
Oh.
The minute you put those in there, I don't know what it is.
Well, what's going on? Like,
So you were bacheloring it this weekend.
Mhm.
This week.
Me and G.
Oh shit!
Me and G.
With her family or something?
No shit, a teacher.
Oh, she had a teacher.
Yeah, in Brown Rock.
Yeah.
Like 5 miles away from where Mason is.
Oh shit! Did she hang out with Mason?
They had dinner every night or whatever.
How's he liking it, Austin?
Dude, he didn't like the traffic.
Oh, fuck that.
But that's
Yeah.
whatever. But he's working on this thing called the Capstone Project, and it's that Apple campus they're building. They're adding on to it like a $250 million addition to what they already have. And like his second day on the job, he was working on an Apple campus, and he was telling us what he had to do. I was like, "You don't have to do that." He goes, "Yeah, no, I don't have to do any of this." He's like, "They just keep asking me to do stuff, so I got to figure it out." And so he figured it out.
That's cool, dude.
Hey, fake it
And
till you
then,
make it. You know, they start self-driving cars down there. Tesla does.
Yeah, and then they-
Taxis or whatever.
I think they got to sign like NDAs on stuff, but they went. He's been to Elon Musk's.
House.
Now their Neuralink place.
Oh shit!
which
Would
is
you do
cool.
that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, whatever. Sure. No.
I don't know. I don't know. That's where you can.
Have you
just,
seen it? Like I watched some videos after he told me because.
That's where, like,
there's probably proprietary stuff down there. Probably not right now because it's in construction, but they're at the Neuralink place they're building, and so I watched videos on it, and it's like people that maybe have ALS or something like that, they can like move the mouse with their eyes,
right?
And they can like click on stuff and like they can do like play video games with their eyes, and this is
crazy
just like the
shit.
first, like 5 people have it, and they're going to put it in like 100 more this year, and like it's crazy.
That's
isn't it?
awesome.
And so what it is, they drill a hole in your head while you're awake, because your brain is like your heart. It doesn't have
Off switch. Yeah.
it doesn't have nerves,
Yeah.
and they implant these wires into your medulla oblongata,
There must be something wrong with his
His medulla.
medulla
Yeah.
oblongata.
and like it picks up on the electrical firing. You know, you train that Neuralink what you're doing, and all of a sudden now you can do everything with your, which I think is great. Like,
That's awesome.
some people don't like stuff like that because they're saying, "Oh, you're playing God," but also those are the people not in the wheelchair too. That are,
No shit.
You know what I mean?
They can't
Yeah.
fucking move
Yeah,
at all.
when people don't have problems with them,
Yeah.
they're very opinionated on stuff.
Right.
Well, that's badass. So
But
he's
yeah,
messing with that shit?
Well, he's just construction. Like he's not doing that.
He's not doing the Neuralink
So
shit.
They're doing like
He's not drilling into people's heads.
I think the company he's working for is like they do walls and like electric and like flame retardant or insulation and fire stops and stuff like
It's
that.
2025. I don't think we can say that word.
What?
Retarded.
They should. That is close to retardant. Speaking of that, I sent that video to you yesterday. The guy's like
Daddy singing?
Love on a Spectrum.
Oh God, dude, that's
Yeah.
my favorite dude.
That's my favorite guy. Like I want to hang out with him.
One of again. It's
See,
like
I watched
it's
that.
the.
What the hell is this?
You haven't seen that show?
And
No.
then
God,
and then the new one. He's like,
Colin's so good.
do as I must as I do, or something. He's like, I'm gonna Copperfield.
We like Copperfield.
And
They're
he's
like, do you know what Copperfield means?
He's like, no. And she's like, it means you're gonna grab their boob. And he's like, oh God.
No, God, no. God, no.
Dude, just that. So there was a guy in like the first, or maybe it was like UK or something. He was but this guy is now my favorite. Dude, he is so.
Have you saw the videos when Tanner meets Jack Black?
Yes.
Oh my God, I love that dude too.
Tanner.
So they're all it's Love
Yeah,
on Spectrum.
yeah, he's
so
talked about it
Dude,
before.
it's
but
so good. You gotta watch it. It's
So this
like
guy,
you're rooting for them to
Yeah.
find love.
right?
Like
And this season, like all of
how
them,
many seasons are there?
3.
3.
I think all of
So
them found
Netflix,
love,
right?
right?
Mm-hmm.
All quote unquote love.
Dude, the they go on these dating. What are they called? Speed
Oh,
dating.
speed dates.
Oh,
And
shit.
they give him a piece of paper.
Oh, that was the first episode he was on there.
Yeah. And so it's like yes, no, and then like comments, and he's talking to these girls, and he's like yes, or he's like signing no, and the girls sitting across from him like looking.
Watching him right.
And
No,
so they got an earpiece on him, and they're like, "Hey, listen to Connor.
Connor.
Are you filling that out while they're at the table?" And he's like, "Yeah, am I not supposed to?" And they're like, well, maybe you could wait till they leave if you're going to put.
How do you think it's going to make them feel if they see you mark no?
The Braves don't think that
Goes,
way.
God dang it! I knew I messed that up.
That's funny because you ever watch The Accountant?
It's so funny. Yeah.
Did you watch the second
I
one?
watched both of them
The
recently.
second one I just watched. So the second one,
The second one's okay.
the second one's okay, but he goes on like a speed dating thing.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
But he had studied ahead of time, and he had this. I guess they might have watched because he had a clipboard,
yeah.
and he reset the algorithm to him because he was watching it, and he was studying all the stuff before he ever went, so he could. He knew how to reset it so every girl came to him.
No, it's that.
And
he learned what the girls wanted.
Yeah, but he
So-
reset it to his algorithm.
he made it to where what the girls wanted is what he put on
Every
his
girl,
profile.
though,
So every girl lined up,
But of course,
waiting to talk to
of
him.
course, every one of them
hated him.
he didn't know what he's doing. He got wrong, and
You should watch that. That's a good show.
Yeah, I
Dude,
need to
Love
watch
on
that,
the Spectrum. You and Chess would love
yeah,
it.
need to
Like,
watch it.
what Daniel told me about it years ago. I
Yeah.
started watching. I was like, dude, this is a classic Daniel corny ass show. And then like episode 3, I'm like, let's just keep going. Like, let's just keep
Yeah,
watching.
The worst one, and I don't know if you watched it. The worst one was Down with Love. It was Down syndrome people
I didn't watch that one.
trying to find love, and it was
It's too sad.
there was only one series or one season, and it was I watched the whole thing because like then you start rooting for them, but they're putting them with they don't understand everything.
No.
Like they can't comprehend everything, and you're putting them in these scenarios where they're trying to find love, and it's
No,
just
I mean, they don't.
it was number one a terrible name. Down with Love.
Breaking news.
Uh-oh.
This is great
Oh, shit.
for guys that have boys in their family.
Oh, great.
I'm out.
Israel launches strikes on Iran.
Oh God.
Good
Perfect.
stuff. Let's go.
Great. Perfect.
Did you get it too?
Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah. Yeah. No.
It's a good show. If you hadn't watched it, watch it. It's a good show.
Okay.
It's so good. But that Tanner kid, that's a kid that's never clearly had a bad day. He can't not smile. Everything he does is with a
He
smile.
loves everything.
He loves everything, and you can tell he just wants to. He wants you to like him, so he likes everything you like. And his sister. You see his sister looks just like him.
Oh,
These
I
are
did,
all autistic.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So
different-
all these people.
different spectrums of it.
And but sometimes the matches, especially in season 2, it is not. It's
Like
not
too far.
Oh yeah,
There's one of them that. There's a couple of them that did find love, and like one of them went on like a vacation to Africa with her. They're married, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know if they got married yet, but yeah, no, she wrote that song, and now it's like
It's because you got to think as a parent.
that's Abby and David.
You got to think as a parent, you're not going to be around forever, and like you want to try to get your
Yeah.
kids to where they can function by themselves.
There's only one couple off that last series that I'm iffy on, and that's Cowboy and the girl that likes all the Disney stuff.
yeah,
'Cause-
whatever.
I mean, I know autism's a spectrum.
I get it.
He just does not seem on her level.
I just want Connor to have his own show,
I do too, and it may happen, but
like every other week, whatever. If you need
He-
time,
so
he's
he-
so funny.
he finally met this one girl, and dude, what's her name? I don't remember what her name is.
I can't horrible name.
Head over heels. They go to dinner one time, and so he's like, "Excuse me while I go to the bathroom," and I guess he's Italian because he goes to the bathroom, and the whole time he's like, speaking in Italian, "Where have you been all my life? The love of my life." Oh,
so nervous.
and he's like, don't show it all.
But he's speaking
Just-
in Italian.
Yeah, and he's just like, you gotta hold it in, and that's kind of how he speaks. You gotta hold it in. Don't show it all right now. And then he goes, and then he gets his first kiss ever. He's 25, 30, whatever, however old he is. Gets his first. He has an older brother, and his older brother kind of gives him advice, and he's like, but and his mom. He does not like it. Oh, he goes, I'm gonna bring her over to the house. You all better be on your best behavior. None of this nonsense. And they come over and he's like, and I'm gonna give you this look, and he's like, like eyes wide open, like, and so they're all sister, mom, him, and the girl, and they start talking about whatever, and he's like,
gotta watch it.
He starts doing like the cut it off with the across the neck, you know. But then he gets his first kiss in the rain,
Wow.
and his reaction was awesome.
He's the best.
Yeah,
What's his name?
Connor
Connor
McGregor.
Is it McLeod?
No, I don't know what his last name is. He's great though. Great show. Well,
I'm not even sure how we got on that.
I don't need. Well, talking about Blake hitting a hole in one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe I'm autistic. I'm on the spectrum. I found love, sort of.
Did you?
I mean, I guess.
She's still with him.
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't left me, maybe.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, we got someplace to go real quick.
All right.
I hope you researched them because I did not.
What are you doing?
It's time for Danny and Blake's Death Corner.
Boop, boop, boop,
Is
boop,
Michael J.
boop,
Fox on
boop,
that?
boop, 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 boop.
Sponsored by Jason Facto. Time Teau.
Mm-hmm. I don't have any monetary funds for this segment.
So, you were sending them to me at the same time that I was seeing them.
So I hope I didn't research any
So
of
the
them.
first one was the most famous one.
Probably.
Brian Wilson,
Mm-hmm.
Beach Boys.
That's where you want to go?
What?
Oh, he died.
Yes, Death Corner. Done.
You said he had someplace to go, so I'm thinking he's going to talk about
That's where you want to go?
Penguin Island or something. I don't know.
So he was one of the founders of the Beach Boys, the guy that was always pretty much the lead singer.
I'm more shocked
wrote-
that he was still alive.
I know.
They're old.
82 years old.
Like I said, he was one of the
I think
founders.
Wasn't he the lead singer
The
of
lead
them?
singer,
Yeah.
the one you always hear with the Beach Boys, that's him
Our
singing.
retirement thing was set at 85.
Oh, God.
That's reaching, boy.
Right? It's like, you need 1.5.
He also was famous for back in the
He's famous for the Beach Boys.
Manson days. He was friends with,
Oh, yeah.
he hung out with them at their combine, whatever, before they ever did the murders. He hung out with some of them.
With Marilyn Manson?
Mm-hmm.
No, Charles Manson.
Oh, Charlie.
So yeah,
Come on, man.
it came
Come
out
on,
later.
man.
It came out.
You think that's for a coincidence? I was hanging out with the Beach Boys, man. Come on.
Yeah.
This damn company set me up. They gave me some shit and got me out of jail.
Yeah.
And I was hanging out with the damn
That's
Beach
pretty.
Boys.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
You need to get swastika right there, and you're done.
You're
Come
done.
on, man. We was down there on the surfboards. We was hitting the shit.
Yeah, no,
doing
he-
some cocaine.
He hung out with them. They did coke together, LSD.
Good
yeah.
Lord.
So I mean, the fact that he got to 82, because I think he's like 6'5", 6'4". He's a big dude.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know how big he was.
82 years old. So I mean, that's in American music, that's a pretty big.
Come on, man. You know that's bullshit. He wasn't 6'5". I'm looking him eye to eye, and I'm 5'2".
You're a liar, Charlie.
Bullshit.
That is a pretty good Charles Manson.
It's good. I know exactly what you're talking about. He did them interviews all the time. Jesus. But no, that's a pretty big one. Like for American music, that's like, to me, equivalent to like the Beatles for
England?
England. I mean, Beach Boys, everybody knows. You always know when you hear a Beach Boys song.
Yeah, they get around every now and then.
They used to drive a little Deuce Coupe.
Don't you? You always get on them for his jokes, and now you're doing it. So that was the.
You ever been surfing?
In the USA? I have.
Okay.
Hey, man, you ever done coke while you're surfing?
haven't done coke or surfed, but thanks for asking, Charlie.
Thanks,
Remember
Charlie.
that time we went skiing? That sucked, huh?
Yeah, that sucked bad.
I think
I think skiing's for younger
That was
people.
it is. Like water skiing?
No, unless you
I was so tired of just walking around.
unless you
in the
learned how to
skis.
do it young. There's way too many people there
just
when you're on the. It's
horrible,
just
man.
that was, and you spend so much money on all that bullshit.
I had more fun playing golf.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yes.
balls. Yeah, the funnest we had was playing the
The little par 3 course.
Yeah. So then, another one we lost was Sly Stone.
Of Sly and the Family Stone.
Nope, not to be confused with Sylvester
Yeah,
Stallone.
wouldn't surprise me. He's up there too.
He was 82 also.
He was also 82, which is crazy.
He was born in Denton, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Died in L.A. to the right. Oh, not the rights. He just died.
Oh, my God.
They took him out.
What did you do?
Those were supposed to be less lethal rounds.
Sorry, that was a joke. But he was one of the pioneers of the funk music. the funk movement of the 60s, 70s.
That's not funky.
Play that funky music, white boy.
Psychedelic soul, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm reading it here.
As they say, as I read it.
That's pretty much all I know.
Okay, who's next?
The last one,
Oh, you have more?
oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't. That's the only two I knew.
So this one's not as probably well known to people.
Avril Lavigne.
Hey,
Nope,
hey,
didn't,
you. I don't need your boyfriend.
I made that up.
So Harris Yulin,
Yeah, that
He
guy.
just made that up,
actor, just passed away
Yeah.
on the 10th.
We know that guy.
He was 87. Actor. You might remember him from, he was the dirty cop in
Sanchez.
Scarface. Not a dirty Sanchez.
He was the Dirty Sanchez.
And if you've never seen Scarface, which I'm sure
Say hello
Neither one of
to
you
my
know
little
I've
friend.
I've seen it several
he was
times.
he was like the
Daniel's never seen it.
he was the detective that was like on the payroll.
Daniel's never seen it.
The
I've never seen it.
Ghostbusters 2. Anyone?
Okay, I've seen it.
The judge that was real angry. That
Dread.
No.
He was the bailiff, the big tall bald guy.
Nope. That's
Mole.
That's completely
Bull.
okay. I see.
Mole.
I see. We've lost this.
Okay.
I don't know who that is.
Pick somebody we know.
Well, he just died. I mean, maybe you might recognize face.
Oh, I do know that guy.
Let me see.
Yeah.
He was
Anything?
in something else too, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I just named the two biggest ones that y'all might know. Ozark, he was in.
That's what I know
Yes, there it is.
from.
He was
Yeah,
the
he
old
can be-
man.
Yeah, yeah.
He was the
doesn't
old
make
man
an
that
ass when he
was
says that.
when they moved into that place in Ozark. He was the old man that was living in like the downstairs. They helped him.
What about Pope Francis?
We already did that one.
Oh,
That was a while back.
I'm gonna start going to mass.
Turn Catholic,
Soon
are
as-
you?
well,
He was baptized Catholic.
thank you very much. On your knee.
Repent.
Kiss the ring.
Repent. So that's it. So I guess we're gonna exit the.
And you pick these guys to die? How does that work?
No, they just died.
Oh,
This famous people that died.
so you're not just like rolling a thing and like,
No, we don't.
fall
We're not.
over
We're
dead?
not. No.
Well,
we have made some people die.
whoa.
Daniel killed Norm from
cheers.
Cheers.
And Blake killed Hot Lips Houlihan's from
We
MASH.
did. We talked about them the week before they did. So we have some kind of power. So that concludes Danny and Blake's Death Corner, sponsored by Dos Equis Chelada Lime and Salt.
Boop, 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 ba-doop, 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 boop, 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 ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doo.
All right. Who you got next week?
We'll
Oh,
see
well, let's
what-
make it a surprise.
We'll see what happens. It's a surprise for who hits the corner next week.
So my daughter's been away at camp all week in Oklahoma.
What kind of camp?
That's a church camp.
Oh, those are the worst.
Catholic?
No, she went with some. So she's been
Southern
going.
Baptist.
Well, she's been going to
She can't
the
have a quinceañera if she didn't go to a Catholic camp.
right. She's been going to the First Baptist, like Wednesday nights with some friends,
It doesn't work.
and then so she's going to the
Vacation
camp.
Bible School. Huh?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of whatever it is. And she's been in Oklahoma for. She comes back tomorrow, so for a week. And she has no service on her phone, so
It's good for her.
I text her every morning and night, but she can't text or do anything because she doesn't have any service, which is awesome. She called us a couple nights ago from the cabin leader's phone, I guess,
The church.
from the church. Yep.
Pope.
And talked about how great she was, how much fun she was having, and this and this and that. And they keep her busy from 7 till 9:30 at night, fucking doing shit all day long. So that's awesome for her. And then
You ever gone to church camp?
I have.
Yeah, they keep you stay busy the whole time.
I've been to
It's fun though.
I went to a camp before, and they kept me busy.
You used to
I-
go to,
Oh, he went
I
to
don't
band,
mean to-
he went to band camp.
No, I don't mean to brag. I went to
Fort Bragg.
Outstanding Leadership Camp. Me and Regina Jeffries between 9th and 10th grade because we were the outstanding leaders.
Of what?
I don't know. Teachers voted on us to
Dude,
be
the
outstanding
last
leaders.
time I seen Regina Jeffries was on Instagram. She was in Australia right
I haven't seen. I
She's
thought
in
about
Rhino
looking her
Fight.
up. I thought about looking her up, and I haven't even looked her up.
Sure you did.
I think maybe she's in Seattle now or something. I don't know.
Isn't that a name blast from the past, huh?
Yeah.
I gotta go pee while y'all do
We
whatever.
just did that.
No, y'all did. I did not.
Yeah, look. Yeah. She's a lawyer. Oh, turns out that camp worked for her.
Worked for her.
Not you.
Huh. You went to the same camp? Jeez.
Yeah.
No, church camp was fun. I remember going quite a bit when I was a kid. You said you went? Was it Catholic church camp?
No. This is non-denominational. He's
Yeah.
peeing by the door. Like,
Yeah,
why
well.
can't we pee by the door? Like, we
'cause
got to
they've-
go out in Copperhead County.
Because they've seen that thing.
Look at his head.
Which one?
No, the bald one.
Well, which one?
Well, yeah. That one that's looking through the window.
Is he looking at UIPs?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Staring in your eyes?
Yes.
God. He's a creep.
I don't think he's shaking it anymore. Like, what? Oh, he is.
Oh, there he is.
He was staring at me the whole time. He
You
was
said you were
peeing.
looking at him through the window making eye contact.
was. I had to.
Anyways,
It only works if I
So you're like your dog.
yeah. It only
she
works if I
was.
make eye contact.
she was in Sydney. Now I think she's in Phoenix.
Is she still Jeffries? Or she get married or something?
Yeah. No. Yes.
I just
She's big into mountain biking. She's
Awesome.
a lawyer.
awesome.
Does a lot of hiking apparently, which is cool. Got some good pictures.
She was from Alvin, Texas, and I don't know why I remember that except for at
'Cause y'all
camp.
went to camp together.
At camp, she's we had to talk about ourselves, and that's what she said. And who else is from Alvin, Texas?
She has a Boston
The
Terrier.
chipmunks.
No, isn't that where Nolan Ryan's from?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, yeah.
Sure.
And that's why I remember that because she said Nolan Ryan's from Alvin, Alvin,
Alvin,
Texas.
I would think
I
that.
wouldn't think this.
So
Yeah.
she had. So that paid off for her going there.
yeah,
to
it's
Alvin?
She did a bunch.
She's got a.
She actually
she
took
has
it serious.
Like she was at a graduation and she's wearing a lot of colors on her stuff.
Colors.
So
Awesome.
That means
Colors.
she's obviously very
Colors.
smart.
Colors.
And smarter than you.
You went to the same camp, huh?
Shout out to Regina.
Were you like a
and
helper?
Huh?
good-
Were you like
good-
her helper at the
Yeah.
camp?
No, I went there I was cleaning up after everybody left the mess hall.
Like a squire.
Oh, she got a picture of a beer on here. Some more mountain bikes. Good for her.
That's awesome.
Shout out to Regina.
Kicking ass and taking names.
Me
from-
too. That leadership worked for both of us. We were at that camp. It was here at Camp Grady Spruce. And so,
Not camping.
well, but I didn't say we were camping. I said we went to a camp. The worst part of it was one of the days where you're going off and you're doing all this different stuff, and they take us to, they take us to like the garden, and they're like, this is where we get the vegetables and blah 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 blah.
Huh.
And we had to pull weeds.
Like weed?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes. And then, and I'm like, this child labor is what you're doing to us. And then when we went to Camp Grady Spruce with Tristan, when he was in 6th grade or whatever, they did the same thing to them. And so me and
So let's bring them on there to do yard work.
yes, and so we're standing there, and the Bridget French was the other mom of the other group, the girls. I was with the boys, she was with
At
the
Camp
girls.
Grade, yeah, we did. We had to fix like trails that were
Yeah,
washing.
so they were like, all right, even y'all two, y'all come help out. And I stood there going, absolutely not. I'm not. I've done this once already. I'm not doing this again. I don't even do this at my fucking house. I'm not doing it here. But the kids enjoyed it, I guess. And then other kids were having to go pick up like sticks. And yeah, like so half the kids were doing yard work, pulling weeds out of the garden. The other kids were picking up sticks, out of the trail that was close by. And I'm like, I get it. You got to have help, and this is free labor, so okay. But no, not at all. I was out. Did you ever go to camp? You went to any camps?
What, like,
Any camp at all?
yeah, church camps. Went
you
to
do?
like 2 or 3.
What'd you do there?
All kinds of activities.
Mhm. Bracelet making?
Yeah, I mean, comb sheath making.
Oh, really?
No, make the,
I'm like, really?
make the. No, it was
Did you have fun?
Oh yeah, blast.
No, it
Had a
was
blast.
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, see,
Yeah, see?
I made Tasha go.
I went to camp with Charles Manson. I mean, he said, you crazy.
I made Tasha go to camp with Addie.
Created this camp.
That Camp Grady Spruce with her, and she was like, I don't really want. I go, you will have so much fun there.
So much.
And then also, I just had the house to myself, and it was awesome. She had a great time,
You had a great time.
and I had a great time.
I don't like staying by myself.
I don't.
think
I
my-
mean,
my
it did get
ADD just, like,
it did
runs
get boring
wild.
after a while.
Maybe one night, but yeah, I bet
It was.
we were talking about this at work because I was like, I've never lived by myself ever. Have you ever lived on your own?
No, absolutely not.
Have you ever lived on your own?
I couldn't. Last night, Garrison went to the rodeo and I was by myself.
So I mean, have you ever?
I drove around for 30 minutes.
I've never
Went to
lived
the store 3
I went-
times. To a
I went
buddy's
from-
house.
mom's house to dad's, and then me and Chess. I've never lived by myself,
I haven't lived with myself either.
so it has to be. And that's why my mom said she's having I guess strangest time with now
Was living by herself?
is just being.
Oh, yeah.
because she never lived on her own.
Oh yeah, that's got to be
The whole
just
time.
culture shock.
All right, look here. I got a trip to
Oh God, here we go.
the Barcelo Maya Colonial,
So for
all inclusive, for the 26th through the 29th.
Of this month?
pretty fast,
Yeah,
going quick.
$863 a person.
Wow.
Where? I don't even know where this is.
Oh, sorry, Cancun. That's cheap, isn't it?
That sounds real
Yeah,
cheap.
very cheap.
Flight and hotel.
26th to when?
Oh, you gonna make me look it up again?
Are we gonna go again?
The 26th through the 29th. It's a
That's
Thursday.
no,
through
that's
in,
no,
that's,
it's-
like, that's in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, no,
That's
that's,
how cheap it is.
that's why it's cheap. And with everything going on, do you
I'm
really
gonna
want to
save.
go?
I'm gonna save my miles for G's
This one right
vacation.
here, 4-star hotel, $761 a person. Y'all were talking about band camps, so I thought about
For Estrellas.
So he just went to vacations.
yeah.
What? Well, you need
I'm
to start
saving-
planning G's
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
saving the miles for G's.
What if we just do G's now?
Well, that's
We
not how
can,
it
I
works.
guess.
It's got to
I mean,
be a.
we need a little advance, more than 2 weeks,
He's
maybe.
gonna graduate with 30 credits.
Bala.
Dang it! He can go and get like 2 Tootsie Rolls, a
That's awesome.
spider
A
ring.
$1 off a burrito. Dude, $750. 3 nights
Alright.
and flights, all inclusive.
And if you use the code Beaten Down,
You
you get
get-
nothing off.
You
Yes.
get charged $100 extra.
Yes.
It looked that weird. That's cheap, isn't it?
Right. That sounds very cheap.
So for men, be $1,500.
We went today,
Scrub.
and I showed Tasha the venue for Addie's quinceañera,
Quinceañera.
Crazy Spirits Ranch. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're booking any venue around Mineral Wells,
You just beaten down.
yeah, you're just beaten down, and you don't check that place out first, or even before you book anything, check that place out at some point in time,
Book it.
you're fucking doing yourself an injustice.
Whoa.
Because it's brand new.
Put your thumb down.
Oh, sorry. It's brand new. Here's my pointing finger. It's brand new. They serve alcohol there anyway. They've got a dressing room for girls and a dressing room for guys. So if you're doing,
What
Wait.
about they, them?
well, yeah, for those people.
Adults only.
Oh, we're in now for
Well,
sure.
This venue is not adults only.
Oh.
Excuse me.
So where's
But
this at?
North of town, close to Facto's house.
Is it Facto's house?
It is Facto's house. As
He's
a matter
written
of
out
fact.
he's written out the game room.
Well, I had to because the people that
He
were,
lost the
the
money.
people that were in there,
He lost-
I didn't get my part of that.
But it's very nice, very nice.
Nice.
So I took Tasha up there to
It was
see
very
it
nice.
today.
The best. The most beautiful.
best.
It's the most
Perfect.
beautiful. It's perfect.
Perfect.
We're making venues great again.
Huge. But give it just
On-site PGA golf course.
He's still going. Where is this?
Cancun.
Cancun.
Family friendly, $768
Wait,
person.
you said no kids.
yeah.
This is a different one, obviously.
So I showed Tasha. We went up there today. We signed the contract, paid whatever.
How much?
We didn't pay much at all, and I'll tell you, it will be the cheapest venue you go to in this fucking town.
Until beating down.
He
folks
just dropped the.
out
He
Yeah.
just dropped the F word again.
It is insane how much people charge for venues. And I get it. You're trying to make money. I get it. I got no problem
Do
with
you?
that.
Doesn't sound like he
But
gets it.
for the regular,
I mean, 'cause he's-
for the regular person that's just looking for a place to have a little something, there's no place in town to do that.
I should build one of those on my
Yeah,
5
I
acres.
know. You could-
Absolutely.
You could. make
And
some
just
dollars.
Have
nothing.
weddings,
Yes.
quinceañeras,
Yes.
Factos Fantasy Ranch.
ranch. Yes, and you have to wear chaps.
No. What's the
With
name?
no
of your,
pants
What's the
under.
name of the thing?
You don't wear pants with chaps.
What's the name of the thing that you do?
You don't? Those are assless chaps.
It's the Facto Ranch. What do you call
Facto
it?
Fantasy Ranch.
Call it the carport music camp.
Yes, that's what you call carport music.
It rolls
Venue.
off the tongue.
Anyway, so and Tasha, when she walked in, she was like, "This place is nice," and then she actually saw all the rooms and shit. They have a cooking prep station area thing. And,
Kitchen's what we call it.
Well, it's not a full kitchen. It doesn't have ovens, I don't believe. I didn't go in there and look, so I don't know. But it's very nice, and they have an outdoor stage, outdoor venue as well.
That's with the quinceañera.
How
For the quinceañera, yep. December 6th, we got to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we'll cook
let me
the
guess, pork butts.
I told him that's
We're going to cook
That's all he
and
can cook.
and chicken.
that's not true. You did a good one. You did the best pork butt I ever had in my life.
But that's all he can cook.
That's
And
not
so
true.
he's been so ever since that day he's been trying to mimic it and he cannot.
No, but I'm just saying
You want me to tell you the secret to it?
serendipity.
Serendipity.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and he is.
Don't tell anybody.
It's serendipity.
$100 off. Enter your email.
Use beaten down. Oh.
I'm
And
about to leave.
Are y'all ready for the wedding?
Are you ready for the wedding?
Nah, I don't care. So
Rua Republica adults only. All inclusive.
is that's got to be
4-star hotel. Dominican Republic, Punta Cana. $643 a person.
Something seems off
I
about
mean,
this.
you get
4-night hotel plus flight.
you get what you pay for sometimes though. Dude, I just found out that like 20,000 pesos is like $1,000.
Okay.
Yeah, they got an exchange rate. You can
Yeah,
look that up.
Yeah, no, that's
you
what that's
just found that out.
well, 20,000 pesos. So you're like, oh, how much is that?
It's
you
like
know,
it's like 100 to 1.
it's like $1,000. A little, almost 1,100. But I'm like, because I saw a video where
Would
this
you
guy.
have that saved up or something?
No, yes.
You have 20,000 pesos to sit around?
No, I saw a video of a guy that was like, there was a kid in Mexico. There was a kid, and he was like selling bracelets, trying to make money for his family. And so he was like, I'll buy them all. The guy was like, I'll buy them all. $5 a piece or $3 a piece, whatever it was. Whatever it was.
Pesos?
No, it wasn't pesos.
American.
550 pesos or something, 350 pesos, whatever it was. He was like, I'm going to buy them all. But then he found a woman that could translate for him to the kid, and the kid's like, oh, yeah, thank you, And so he gave him 20,000 pesos, and I was like,
So he translated it in the same language?
he was speaking English to the kid. The kid didn't
Oh.
understand English.
Okay.
The woman translated for him. So so I'm like, 20,000 pesos? I mean, what is that, like $4,000 or $5,000? I don't know how much it is.
$200.
It's $1,000,
Oh.
which is,
1
but I mean,
million.
so how much does shit cost down there in Mexico where
It costs the same.
where 1,000 pesos? No,
That's the whole thing about it. Is it all costs the same?
it does not. No, not at all. And then I did when we were in Mexico one time, or when we were at the fucking thing we were at. When did we go? Was that for your daughter's graduation?
Masons.
No, Mason's graduation. So we went to one of those ATM machines where you get pesos out, and then we had all these pesos that we were like, give us $200, and it's like 40,000 pesos or something, And I'm like, I don't know what to do with the rest of these.
Just bring them home and go, hey, I got y'all something.
You didn't do that? You didn't go get pesos?
I use a credit card.
Well, but you couldn't for the taxi driver guy to give him.
So I just give them U.S.
My
Did
credit.
did we use a taxi?
Well, the guys that were driving the vans and shit around.
So I just give them
wanted
US.
I didn't have money on me, and when I went to the ATM, you couldn't get American money. You had to get pesos. So it's like, give me $200, and it was like 10 billion peso, and I didn't know what to do with it.
I brought $100 in U.S. cash, and it went a long way.
That's what I'm saying. It's not the same.
So I did the same thing in India.
I just like looking at Daniel while he's talking. He's like, it makes sense to me.
That's what I did the same thing in India. I had like $180 US.
20,000 rupees.
That $20 was like 1,700 rupees or whatever. And that went a long way.
In
with the
Ireland,
tips.
we were at a deficit.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like
Ireland.
That's not an impoverished country, though.
Well, the euro was worth more than the dollar at the time.
Right.
And may still maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But you can just use like if you have an Apple card, there's no
Exchange rate.
there's no fee
Oh.
on exchange rates. So you can just like
So I said Guinness. Guinness.
Maybe, it's a good time for a Guinness right now.
I don't have any in there.
That's what his shirt says on the back or something.
Still got
How
all the
much better
videos.
is the Guinness over there? Like when you're at the
it's
brewery,
better because I'll drink Guinness here now and it doesn't give me that.
it's still good,
That's good.
but it's not.
And maybe it's just because I was in Ireland. It was
Ireland.
really good.
I know I got enough Chuck videos that I still have.
Now that I think about it, it was awesome.
Yes,
Ireland trips are expensive.
Yes.
I know. I've looked at them.
Yes.
I've looked at them.
When you went, I started looking. I was like, those are once in a lifetime
So
trips there.
there was a guy on TikTok live last night that was showing you where your name came from in Ireland. So
That's weird because he's German.
Kelly,
I'm Scottish, but
Kelly, and
close.
McDonough, and all these different Irish names. And he scrolled like I was waiting for someone to say McDonald because you claim to be Irish.
It's Scottish, bitch.
Oh, well that would be why I didn't see it on there. The closest thing was McDonald.
It's Scottish.
Oh,
He always says Irish just to fuck with me.
Well, I wish you
problem
were.
The problem. No, it's not gonna work. We're not doing that today. The problem with going over there is the flight's so friggin' long, man. Like we just went for like 4 days. It's a long time.
Long time.
It's like 8
Yeah,
hours.
if you ain't,
It's
you
like
ain't
8-hour flight.
I'm not flying. Fuck
How many?
We flew from DFW to London, and it was
that's
like
about
9 hours.
Yeah, that's about 9.
And then we had a 45-minute flight from London to Dublin.
They
Baby shit.
they s-
Baby shit.
They said They said driving from one side of the UK to the other side of the UK is like 8 hours.
Yeah, you can cover where Texas is.
And so
Yeah, that's
from like east to west, it's like 8 hours to drive from one side of the country to the other
Yeah.
side. And they go, and you actually go through 4 countries or whatever.
in Europe, you're covering countries like we cover states.
Yeah, and I go, in my mind, I'm like 8 hours. That may not even get me to the fucking coast, depending on where I'm going.
Yeah.
And I can like from tip to tip, like from Brownsville to the Panhandle.
It's 20.
I mean, we'll drive 8 hours. We'll drive to the coast in one fucking day.
When Europeans come over and see like how far we drive, they're mind-boggling.
And over there, I don't guess they really.
We talked to some people from Holland while we were in line for something, like a boat ride or something. And they're like, oh, we went to the United States last year. We stayed for a month because over there, like vacation is, they call it holiday.
Yeah.
It's like real big.
Yeah,
like
less
they
than a
travel. And they're like, there's not a lot to do over there. Like there's not a lot of history. And I'm like,
Well,
we're
it's only
fucking
like 200.
200.
It's only 250 years old. Like,
Yeah, y'all are
and
3,000.
they're like, it's so expensive. Like we drove forever and spent so much money on gas.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I did it for work.
Welcome to America.
But we don't flinch at saying it's an hour drive somewhere.
No.
Fuck. I mean, it's some people drive way more than that just to get to work in the morning. You know what I mean? But they also don't go. How far is it from your house to work? They don't go. Oh, it's 45 minutes.
No, they say like
3 kilometers
Yeah.
or whatever. Whatever it is. I don't know how long it is, but
no, they say the actual like distance.
Distance.
We say
everything we do.
Yeah.
And I don't. Is that a American thing
yes.
What?
to say distance in time?
Well, maybe.
It's a 50-minute
It
drive.
is.
It's a 5-minute drive. It's an hour drive. I've never been across the pond, as they say, but I can imagine that for us, everything's by time.
Yeah. No, they don't. They measure by actual distance. We go by time.
That's crazy. And I sent y'all those videos of the guys that. Did we talk about this already? The guys that ate Whataburger for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Did we talk about that?
I don't know if we talked about it. You said
Those UK guys, those British guys
Yeah,
that ate
you had
Whataburger
British
for the
food?
first time.
So
No,
horrible,
horrible.
blandest shit ever.
so this isn't as much as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
Flights there and back, round trip, 2 round trip tickets, 6 nights at the Temple Bar,
So we're staying at a bar.
$1,587.
But that's flying coach.
It's like 9. It's going to suck, but
I mean, you
it's
can do it,
$1,600 bucks per
Yeah.
person.
because
That's 6 nights and round trip.
Ian,
I don't know. That's not bad.
and then you can go from
But the flight in first class sucked too.
shit.
When we flew first
How do
there
you
and
know?
back, and it sucked. I mean, it's
I'm
just
pretty sure you were sleeping.
it's just a long time to sit there, and you're excited.
But you're
so
also
there's
in
no
ones that were
sleeping.
beds and shit, right?
Yeah,
Right.
bad. Yeah, that's the only way to fucking.
Well, on the flight back, I slept the whole way. I woke up like we were over Tennessee.
Jesus Christ.
Tennessee.
we're
You
going
know.
to India.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, we get it.
No,
World traveler.
so from here to New York, 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do. So we had to fly London and then over.
Yeah.
I would fly New York because New York can go straight
Yeah.
to Ireland.
Yeah.
So then New York to India, 17.5 hours.
What did you do on the flight?
Tried to sleep as much as I could.
Did you
Watch-
listen to that Hitler podcast I sent you?
I did. You sent me like 3. I got the Hitler one, and then there was like a Stalin one, I think, maybe. But no,
If you're
we
into
were,
that kind of stuff.
but we were flying business class, which is almost first class. But
This guy.
But, that's I don't see how people, because they say that flight's every 24 hours back and forth from India to New York, India, New York, and there's so many people flying coach.
That's so.
I don't know how you'd fly a coach for 17 hours.
Well, you got to get up and stretch
I
your
don't know
legs
how
or
you
something.
fly a couch that long. That's for sure.
But it wasn't bad doing it like in business class because the beds, they fold in the beds. You got your own little cubicle thing. They served you like 3 meals.
Oh yeah, they did service food and stuff.
They'd wake you.
Was the food good?
Depends on where you're going.
I ate it.
No, because when we were going to India, it was Indian food.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it good?
No,
It was like buffalo heart and liver.
no beef.
Oh.
No beef whatsoever.
Oh, Indians like India.
Yeah. He goes,
What were you doing?
Nothing. No, I don't see how you fly coach that far. That was insane. One time I woke up and just looked at the map where we were, and I was like, "Oh, we're flying over the Black Sea. Where's that
whoa,
at?"
whoa, whoa, whoa. 2025.
It's called the Black Sea. That's not racist.
And cut.
No, it was crazy. And then we landed in
Maui.
New Delhi at like 9 at night, and we walked down the
Did you
airport.
go to Jason's Deli while you were
and
there?
it was like
The new one.
95, and you walked out of the airport 95 degrees at
You
like
walk out of the airport and you get hit by an ox.
maybe. That ain't no lie. Humidity just hit you in the face, and you're just pouring down sweat walking to like.
Lucky guy.
And then we had to get up the next morning, get back in the airport to fly another 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Further
on that
north.
Little
Did you see
Cessna
that
or
Air
something.
India that just crashed?
I saw that.
And that one dude
I
that
thought of
lived,
you.
he jumped
I
out of
didn't
the
see-
fucking plane.
What?
So there's an Air India.
I thought all
I saw
200
that.
No,
I thought
one
all
dude
of them died.
One dude jumped out.
He like jumped when the plane
Where the
hit?
fuck did he jump?
I don't know. And he lived. He come up limping and everything, but he's still alive. He just
So did he jump out right before it hit the ground?
said he heard a loud bang, ran to the emergency thing, hit it, and jumped out of the freaking
There's
plane.
no way he had time to fucking do that.
And it's all, look it up. Because I thought a guy at work was telling me bullshit, and I looked it up.
Did he have
and
explosive burns on the back?
that's
of
what I
him?
was wondering. But he jumped out of that bitch and lived. He's the only guy that lived out of all
It
200.
happened like right when they took off.
Yeah,
though.
he just jumped out. He heard a
Let me
loud
tell
bang
you-
and jumped. And they said they're 200 feet in
Now's
the
the
air.
time to go now, though. Like to fly somewhere.
Yeah.
Plane crashes don't happen a lot. That just happened. So
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah. The other thing that I found out
And
that and maybe I assume because you're in the whatever the industry with planes,
Aviation?
aviation industry is what it's
Did
called.
you kill Kobe?
I didn't.
There it
I
is.
would have saved him.
if something happens and they're like, hey, I got to make an emergency landing or whatever, blah, 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 they ask them how many souls they have on the plane. Not how many.
Brings them a little solace.
Not how many people. Not how many people are on the plane. How many passengers. How many souls are on the plane. And they'll go,
Were you watching Titanic?
No.
Because they say that in Titanic.
Do they really? I don't.
200
Your
and something
stories
souls.
are so unoriginal.
That's
It was
real.
on Titanic.
It wasn't Titanic. It was a. So there was a plane that
Let me guess. They made love in a Model T too.
they did, and he painted their picture first, though, right?
Yes.
That happened on a plane, didn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Plane, boat, whatever.
No, but they ask how many souls are like. Hey, how many souls? How much fuel do you have? How many souls on your? Have you never heard that?
I mean, I heard it
I
in
don't
Titanic.
like the fact that they're asking about souls
Why?
because
Everybody has a soul.
I feel like they're asking about how many dead people are
I
going
know
to.
some people
How
that
many
don't.
people are going to die is what they're asking.
What'd you say?
No, they're just like, hey, what's up, soul brother?
What's
Soul
up?
brother number one.
I don't like that they say souls instead of passengers. How many passengers on the plane? But maybe it's because it's longer. Passengers. How many people?
Who cares?
I don't. They call them.
Oh shit! What's happening?
Instead of the at symbol, she
Oh no!
Instead of the at symbol, she typed at.
That's it. That is cheap though. $650 for 4 nights round trip.
To where? Is that what you sent?
Yeah. $1,300. I bet I can eat $400 in food while I'm there.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
Yeah.
$400 in food. I mean, I'm just thinking like if we went on vacation to say Fort Worth,
Yeah.
4 nights, you're gonna spend $400 in food easy.
Oh, fucking in the first 2 days.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. It's all inclusive, and then at least $400 in drinks.
Yeah.
Drinks.
So you just paid for your trip right there.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been on a cruise?
No, why would anybody go on a cruise when you can do that for $600? And you don't.
You ever been on
have
a cruise?
Yes.
to, and you don't have to be on a
Dude.
boat.
I loved. Well, when I went.
I'm on a boat.
The drinks weren't free. You had to pay for the drinks. They didn't have like the wristbands to. When I went.
Well, you can pay for the wristband. You get like 10 drinks.
Yeah, they limit
Right.
you to like 10,
day.
14 drinks a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the food, it's all fucking inclusive. I don't know that I stopped eating the whole fucking time.
He's still going.
Look at me. I haven't stopped eating. It's all inclusive at this house as well. But the cruise, they have so much shit going on there that
That's the place we stayed at in Cabo.
the Rio Santa Fe,
The Rio.
Rio Mambo. It's the same franchise, I guess, or whatever.
All right, let's quit talking about it. Sorry.
Going.
Facto's gonna have us going on another vacation.
That's cheap, dude. I spend that much at Costco. You know what I mean?
I happened to be off in 1 week for vacation that I took off to take a vacation and then we canceled it.
I happened to be off for vacation.
Now
I took a vacation.
Now it's a staycation.
That's in July, I thought.
Nope.
I just changed that to July. That's like end of July.
That was yours.
But I thought you are. Oh, we were saying take off in July. Yeah. Yeah, Tasha has stuff planned for us because we have the wedding and now the quinceañera that we're paying for. So we're not going to take a go on a vacation.
I love stay-at-home vacation.
So I got
I do too, but she got stuff planned for us all the time now.
I got me a staycation coming.
Sounds like we're going to Mexico.
You boys ever been to Mexico?
I did watch. What's the accountant?
Interstellar?
No.
Counting 2.
Tasha wants to watch it, so I haven't watched it until she's ready to
still
watch it.
isn't.
It's 3 hours.
You still haven't watched it.
I don't care.
I did watch Tombstone.
It's good.
Holy shit, it's so fucking
Yeah,
good.
It only took him 25 years.
It's so fucking good. I watched The Accountant, and we watched The Accountant too.
It was good. Not as good as the first one.
So, but we watched, I don't remember last night or the night before. It's called Woman of the Hour.
Of course you did. What a bitch.
Listen, no. Anna Kendrick, she's like a starving actress, which isn't so.
Oh, the serial killer.
So
one.
we watched this whole movie.
watched
It's about
that
a serial killer,
Yeah.
and I didn't know anything about it. You find out at the end, it's a fucking real story.
Yeah, that's why I watched it.
The movie was okay.
No, it's all right.
It wasn't great. It wasn't.
No, it was
great.
based off. So, was it Richard Ramirez?
Is this about the
No.
2 boys that were molested by the mom
Jesus, no.
in London,
No.
and they didn't ever talk about it?
Oh, we watched that one. That was crazy.
What was that?
That was a documentary. Though.
Yeah,
that
it was
was like
crazy.
not a movie. That was that one. Remember, I told you to watch it after we watched it. That was
What was that?
Kind of scary too.
on Netflix. So this
What's
guy
it called?
gets.
Uh,
So this dude gets amnesia
he
from a
doesn't.
motorcycle accident, and
Yeah.
his brother's
Yeah, he
the one
doesn't-
that's kind of
Right.
coached him through life. 'Cause
Oh, we did. We
Yeah.
all watched that.
Yeah.
remember that we talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, it was one of the homeworks.
Yeah. One
Yeah,
of the
Y'all are so
homeworks.
stupid.
yeah, that
I
was
forgot about that one.
was
Yeah, he
that
got
was
amnesia,
wild.
and the brother wouldn't tell him.
What
He
happened
thought
to
he thought he had a great
And
childhood.
Yeah.
he could tell his brother was like hiding stuff from him, and then he dug deeper and found out, well, shit, we were
Molested.
sex
Yeah.
slaves for famous people.
No, that was fucking crazy. But no, so we didn't find out to the end when they're like, so and so went to and he
No.
died in blah 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 blah, blah, and I was like, oh my god, so that was a real fucking thing. And she went on a dating the match game or whatever it's called, back in the 70s, 80s or whenever that was. And the serial killer was on one of the 3 guys on the panel,
He won.
and he wins the date with the woman.
This is a real show.
Yeah,
It's a real like a true life story of a serial killer.
it's on Netflix.
Now they embellish
What's it called?
woman of the hour,
Something
Women
like
of the Night.
women of the
that. Women
night.
of the night. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not a great movie, but when you after watching it, like for me, we watched it and I'm just like, it's whatever.
You know, when you find
And then
out
you
it
find
was
out it's
true.
fucking real, and then I'm like, oh my god.
We've been watching the Judd's documentary.
You think we could do a podcast from Mexico?
Yeah.
How would that work?
Well, I got to take this stuff.
I don't know if that'll work.
No, actually, we wouldn't have to, because we could do it on our phones.
How's that work?
Spotify.
With Spotify, they have where, and it's with video, but it would just be you videoing yourself with your
FaceTime.
phone, but it's all live streamed and put together. So your phone would have to be charged. But yeah,
Oh shit, we're
Why
fucked.
don't you just bring your laptop and we'll buy some $5
microphones.
I guess you need that.
I just need too much.
It's too much.
You don't have to have the headphones. You don't have to have any of this stuff. But
Oh my!
Facto just wants to go back to Mexico. It's
Yep.
600, 600 bucks.
I don't even know how we got on the topic that he's talking about
Oh, either.
about the serial killers.
He's obsessed with them.
I do like watching all those documentaries. Y'all seen any good ones lately?
We're watching
I
the
guess
Judge
y'all
one.
talked about the noise that Daniel's house made.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's clearly Daniel either grunting on the toilet or like straining to get out of bed.
I like to go with the fact that he's haunted. It freaks him out.
I didn't
Oh,
strain
okay.
to get out of bed because it would happen while I was laying in bed.
And then you hear, if you listen faintly, you like that, don't you, bitch? You hear that?
I was talking to myself.
That's Tasha.
Yeah. Blake even agrees.
No, he's haunted.
a good one, Mike.
Blake even agrees that was breathing right
he's-
next to the camera.
He's haunted.
So he left his truck and went into his house.
Tristan brought it from one of his ghost hunts. He tracked
He
that
goes
shit
on
down.
ghost hunts?
He's
He-
got all kinds
he
of
does all kinds
tools
of-
and stuff.
I guess everyone was dead.
You don't get that shit from me.
He's got tools.
Yeah, he's got like the
instruments to measure
EMF.
the. all
So
that
he's
shit.
got money to buy EMFs and BFFs and all that,
Uh-huh.
and he can't pay his car insurance.
Mm-mm.
It's because his money goes to ghost hunting, and he brought it back. And
The
now
other- the
you're.
other day we ate, and Tristan was there. I was like, "You buying your dad lunch?" And he's like, "Nope."
Nope.
I said, "You pay for that cell phone, car insurance, anything?"
Hang
He's
on, I
like,
gotta do
"Nope."
something real quick. I invoke the spirits
You shut up.
to
No.
get after
No,
Daniel's ass
no,
tonight.
we
Like
don't-
really fuck
don't-
him up.
we don't do
Really
that.
fuck him up. You're allowed to enter
If
Daniel's
something-
house.
No, you're not. Not in my house. No, yeah. So he Facto tells me, he's like, no. I made Tristan pay for his own meal, but he didn't pay for mine. In fact, last time we ate, I was like, hey, go home, and there was something I needed him to do. Go home and whatever. And he was like, well, I got to pay. I said, I'll pay for your shit. Just go. So I did pay for his shit the week before.
Living at home. Daniel pays his truck payment.
Suckling off.
No, he pays his truck payment.
Just suckling off the teeth.
The only bill he has is his truck payment. Yeah,
And now he's bringing evil spirits to your house.
that cocksucker.
You think that's what it is?
Yeah, for sure.
I haven't seen anything else. But what's funny is the night that we talked about it last week, my
Just wait till what happens tonight.
my camera went off like every 2 minutes.
just
Just
wait.
kept saying there, motion detected, and so I'm like, fuck. And now I'm looking and listening to every
Well,
one.
just wait till what happens tonight. Just
Nothing.
invited them.
You can. There's not your house to invite.
No, he did.
Doesn't
He,
seem like it
he
matters.
invoked
I
it.
am
Oh,
voting.
oh, he did use invoke.
Mm-hmm.
I revoke,
They're going to be floating over you.
or do I have to rebuke?
Orbs. Orbs are going to land on your head, your pointed head.
I got a question for you.
Yes, it's pointed.
We've all been, vasectomized.
I haven't.
Lies.
Nor have I had the COVID shot. So if there's a break off civilization that's going
Yes,
to
I
live
haven't-
past and
yeah.
need to repopulate,
That's
I
right.
am your guy.
Allegedly,
True.
We've all been vasectomized.
We've all thought about it.
Allegedly, yeah. Maybe.
I don't know
That's
why
thought
it's
about it.
bad.
Huh?
Anyways, go ahead.
So I had a conversation with someone this morning.
Uh-oh.
His name rhymes with
Yiston.
Rock Yaker,
Okay.
Okay.
who may or may not have also had the same thing done to him. He goes, what comes out
Excuse me?
when you complete? Shazam! What comes out?
Semen.
No,
No.
it's the stuff that takes the semen to the home.
Right.
I mean,
didn't,
yeah, I mean-
I didn't know that. And that comes from your prostate.
Mm-hmm. That's why you can't pee right after,
I
Or
always,
if you do, it's like,
because your prostate like swells up
yeah,
and it cuts off your pee stuff,
your pee hole shuts it down.
something like that.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
probably
so it's
just
the.
more.
I
So
never
it's what you
once-
wouldn't call a sex gel.
Yes. I never thought of it until he asked me that this morning. And I was like, I don't
So
know.
you're shooting blanks.
Sounds like a gay conversation.
It was.
What was this name?
Rock Smaker.
Sounds oddly like a dude I know named
Well, guys-
Scott Baker.
You out
I
of
gotta
here?
go.
Oh, he's blocked in. He
Oh.
can't get out.
I was going to ask you how the Poteet trip went.
Went well. Drove my mother and uncle.
How's your
Down
mama?
there.
How's your mama
She's
doing? How's your
doing
uncle
good.
doing?
Doing good. You know Kenny.
Uh-huh.
Bench pressing 340.
Jesus
Just
Christ.
rocking through 60. Fixing to be 62. Just rocking and rolling.
Did you do anything while you were down there? Just there and back?
Nah, I mean, we shot down Friday.
Did you come back Saturday?
Yeah. So we shot down Fridays. There was a place called The Office, which was like a kind of
TV show.
sports bar type thing down there where we were staying in Pleasanton.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty cool little place. They had gator tail.
Oh,
On the
yeah.
menu.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm in. I was going to try it. I love alligator. Awesome.
Was it?
It was really fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
And,
I do love gator tail, but I mean, there's only a few places I've had it.
And we finished
But
watching
if you
the...
fry almost anything, it's
Yeah.
all great.
Yeah, we finished watching the Longhorn Tech softball game there, but
Mhm.
the Texas
Dude,
beating the dog shit out of them.
Tech just didn't do shit.
Well, I mean, they had
that
the
third
one
game.
pitcher, right? I mean, she can't go 3 games.
But that's the
straight.
problem. You throw them in 3 games, and
No, I mean, for one,
their
she's
arm's
going
going to be tired. I
For one,
don't give a
she's
shit
going
what
to
you
get tired, and now you've had batters that are seeing the timing
do. Over and
that
over
many
again.
times.
Yeah.
So, I mean, advantage Texas definitely with that because they got all the power hitters, and
Right.
sure enough, they
Yep.
scored like 5 in the first inning.
Right.
Like I said, by the time we got to the hotel, it was like 7:30, and Texas was up like 6-0. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And how it had been a pretty low scoring series, so I
Yeah.
was like, oh shit, that's going to be hard to.
Come back from.
Yeah.
Especially since Tech can't hit the ball that well.
Yeah. So we went and finished watching that at the office, and got up the next morning, graveside service, strictly 10 in the morning. It was about 84. If you've been down there, you have. Pretty humid.
Yeah.
Way more humid than this. So we were at graveside service, jeans and boots, dressing kind of nice.
Nice and cool.
The sun's just beating down. It wasn't really cloudy. It wasn't really breezy. Lasted about an hour. But I'm just like
Sweat, just dripping.
Just going. But it's Aunt D. So it was a good service. Like, she was all about celebrating life, everything. She was one of the biggest diehard cowboy fans you'd ever meet, and especially from like the 70s. She loved Cliff Harris. If you don't know who Cliff Harris is, he played defense for the Cowboys back in the day. He was bald at like 22, and she was always famous for saying, "I'd love to kiss on Cliff Harris' bald head," So my Uncle Scott was doing the service, so he brought that up, because he grew up. My mom and her brothers and cousins all grew up down there. They'd go down there for the summer, so Aunt D was kind of a staple.
So she your aunt or great aunt?
My great aunt.
Okay, great aunt.
We all just,
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
So it's my mom and Kenny and them's aunt.
Yeah.
She married one of my grandma's brothers.
Okay.
She had 11 brothers
Wow.
and sisters. So that just leaves Aunt Faye left.
I had an Aunt Faye.
She's the only one left out of siblings and in-laws. Like, she married one of Grandma's brothers too.
Yeah.
So Aunt Faye's the last.
I had an Aunt Faye that married my pawpaw's twin brother.
So Aunt Faye's place is like a mile down from the graveyard in Poteet. Like, she still lives in Poteet. She's been in this house for 64 years.
Jesus Christ.
And they've added on to it some, but she's lived in the same place for 64 years.
Wow.
So it's always the place. Now that Aunt Nancy passed, Aunt Nancy's house she passed away earlier this year. That was the first. So Aunt Faye's like, I always got to think how weird feeling it is. Aunt Faye's like, she's it out of all the siblings and in-laws and everything. She's the only one left, and she still lives in Poteet. And she's down the road from the cemetery where
everybody's laying. Yeah. That's crazy.
But yeah, so it went well.
Where's it? There's that old story that when it comes to siblings, and I guess as the older they get, but realistically, it's just siblings, that one's going to not go to any funerals, and one's going to go to every funeral.
And she's married in, but they've been around. She married Grandma's brother in like the 60s, so wow. So she's Aunt Faye. Like, you don't think of married anything.
Yeah.
So it was so hot, so we got there. I'm in the jeans and boots.
Oh yeah.
So we get to Aunt Faye's, and I ran to the truck. We park and get out and help set up tables and grab that suitcase, and I go to one of Aunt Faye's bedrooms, and I change into shorts and a T-shirt. The good thing is everybody down there is most of them are Longhorn fans.
So you wore a Longhorn shirt?
So I had me a Longhorn T-shirt on, and everybody's just everything going. Everybody's talking about the game last night, but I did see. I saw two cousins. So one I hadn't seen since I got married, probably, and the other cousin I saw. Me and him looked at each other, and you could tell we both kind of recognized each other. But it's like. So for some reason I pulled his name out of my ass. Like, we shook hands. He's like, and I said, Chris? And he goes, Blake? And I said, okay. So one summer when I was probably 15, I spent a summer. I have cousins down there. I spent a summer down, and he was there too. And when we came, I spent 2 weeks down there with them, and they were into punk. The oldest, Eric, who's my age. He's in the punk rock back then. Yeah. Misfits. He's showing me all this punk rock stuff and all this stuff. And stayed 2 weeks, and Chris was there. So I hadn't seen that guy since
Misfits, that's Glenn Danzig, who was the lead singer of Danzig.
Oh, yeah. Trust me. They explained, because I knew who Danzig was. And he's like, listen to Misfits. He goes, that's Danzig, the head singer. I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. It's like, well, I know who Danzig is. So Chris was there. I hadn't seen this guy since then.
Jesus Christ.
So since I was 15 summer, right? So me and him get to talking, and that year I'd spent 2 weeks down there, and then my two cousins came back to Minter Wells with me, and we just hung out, and it was talking to guys that your cousins, you remember them when you were younger, but you haven't been with them since you were in high school.
Yeah, no shit.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
And then we jumped back in about 1.
Haul ass
Came
back.
Truck did good.
Have I ever told you about it's, and I don't know if they're first cousins, second cousins, whatever they are, but my family dynamic on my dad's side, every time we'd have like a family reunion and stuff like that, it was, huh?
I'm listening.
Oh, it was always very weird because that's, again, my dad's side, as we know, carnies. Just very...
Circus folk.
Yeah, carnival folk. Not circus, carnival. So even circus may be here, carnival's like here. But every time we would go to a family reunion, which we did... I might have been 13, 14 the first time we had a family reunion on my dad's side that I went to, and it was like my granny's family reunion. So their last name was Fletcher, so the Fletcher family reunion is what it was. And my granny was a Fletcher, so we went. And I met so many people I'd never known in my entire life. There was a few people I knew, but there was so many that I didn't know. And it was very, when they talk about cousins that have sex with each other, that's what it was like. Like, it was very like
second, third, fourth cousin, stuff like that.
My granny was like, that's your kissing cousin. And I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that means. Like, granny, obviously I'm not saying that to my granny, but I'm like, what does that mean? And it's like, that's your second cousin or whatever. That's a kissing cousin. I'm like, that is not what that is. If the word cousin is in the name, that is not. There's no kissing in there.
Back in the
day,
that's how you lived out in the middle of nowhere. It was just family around. So,
right.
Like Doc Holliday from Tombstone, you might know.
Yeah.
He always said like his one true love was his cousin, who was like his second cousin.
Oh my God!
When they found out about it, like since it was like his second cousin or maybe his first cousin, like she got sent off to a and when you watch Tombstone again, when he's in bed at the end, talking to Wyatt, dying, he talks about that like I only loved one. She was my cousin.
Did he say that?
Yeah, he talks about it.
I don't remember that. Oh my God! I remember the scene, but I don't remember that.
And he says like they sent her off to a convent,
Yeah.
And all. So I mean.
Oh. But so there was, and the reason why my granny brought that up because she was a very pretty girl. I had never met her before, but clearly we had a family reunion, and so my granny was like, "Oh, that's your kissing cousin," and I'm like,
"What's that mean?"
No. I went, "Oh, that's my cousin." She's like, "Yeah, but you're the lineage is so far apart that's your kissing," and I'm like, the word cousin's in that name. Yeah. I'm
so
fucking
that's like
out.
Your third or fourth cousin.
Yeah, I don't give a shit what it is. Yeah. I'm out. Okay, so now that we're talking about it, let's say you do meet a girl, and you find out later, after dating her, that she's your cousin. Let's say it's even kissing cousin, which
like
is
third, fourth,
whatever.
Something like that.
You gonna continue to date her?
Probably not. That would be too weird.
Right, because you're related.
There's blood relation, and no, I mean that would be like.
And the blood may be 3-4 generations down the line, but who gives a shit?
Even though it's probably nothing wrong with it technically.
I think there's 100% everything wrong.
You never knew her, blah blah. But no, I wouldn't.
No,
I'd be like, oh fuck.
I think I'm 100% out. First cousin, I'm in.
Reminds me of
third
Joe
and fourth.
Dirt when he's like, I'm your sister.
I'm your sister. You're my sister. You're my sister.
No, but going down there like that, like how you're talking, Not kissing cousins or anything. Jeez. But no, people like recognize me. They're older. They're my mom's age. They're her cousin.
Yeah.
So they knew me when I
And they
was
started kissing you.
younger. And when I say who, some of them don't know who I am, and I'll say, I'm Tammy's son. Oh, I remember. Blah,
You're that
blah,
son of a bitch.
You know, and then they know who I am. I have no idea.
Yeah.
One guy was like, so we went for I probably talked about it on the podcast. So for Aunt Nancy's funeral, we went down earlier this year
Yeah.
in February. This guy, when he found out who I was, he goes, I used to steal your nose. And he told me, I used to steal your nose and you cry. Right? And then I asked Mom about him. And she goes, yeah, when he was 15, he came down to Mineral Wells and stayed with us for a while. He actually lived with us.
And he'd steal your penis then.
No. But so I saw him again at this funeral. And now I kind of,
Yeah.
I know who he is. And he's like, yeah, I used to, remember I told you, he goes, I also taught you the word shit, and I got in trouble for it. Because I was like 6 and he was like 15.
Oh, okay.
So he's like, I taught you the word shit.
So he was stealing your nose at 15?
And he goes, just fucking, and he goes, I taught you the word shit, and you kept saying it, and you got me in trouble. And now he's like 60s,
How many, besides Kenny, how many uncles do you have? Did you have?
God.
Yeah. Like your
There's-
mom's brothers and sisters.
Oh, just my Uncle Kenny and my Uncle Scott. So my mom's the oldest.
Is your Uncle Scott still around?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They
so,
live, so let me explain.
Oh, they
this
all
for
live
you.
out there?
So you've met Uncle Scott, you talked to him.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Big cowboy. Look,
Yeah.
completely
Yeah.
opposite of Kenny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my mom's the oldest.
Okay.
Then you got Scott, middle, and then Kenny's the baby.
Okay. So did either of your uncles just pick on you when you were a kid?
Oh, Scott was the guy.
I could have guessed that, I think, but
No, Scott was the guy for making you tough.
yeah.
When you wrestle, he beat the shit. Like there was one
Well-
instance I can remember where he had me on one hand, holding my shirt,
Yep.
my cousin Brad
Oh God, yeah.
on the other,
Yeah.
and I'm probably 12-ish. Brad's 3 years younger than me,
Yeah.
and Scott would always get this look on his face when he knew he was going to do something evil. So Scott kicks my legs out from under me, full on kick as hard as he can, both calves. Boom, and then he picks up Brad and slams him on top of me. And when we played basket, Scott had a basketball goal at his place, still there. Now
Yep.
it's just a mud pit that you play at. But they had no out of bounds rules, so it was like whoever
Yeah.
get the ball, it's yours. The ball gets away and rolls. There's no out of bounds. Just go get it.
Just go get it, yeah.
So anytime I bring any friends to play basketball over there,
Yeah.
it would get physical, and they'd usually quit and never come back. My Uncle Scott would be out there in denim shorts,
Oh yeah.
probably cut off most of the time. They were old jeans,
Yeah.
lace up boots, and that's what he's playing basketball in. And his patented move was to not dribble, to shoulder into you till he got position, and then skyhook it.
Easy.
Skyhook it in. That was his move.
That's not a travel at all.
No. So, I mean, that's the way we grew up. Scott was...
So I didn't have an uncle that did any of that. None of my uncles ever were like, let's wrestle or whatever y'all did.
man.
Or let's play basketball. None of my, but I had one uncle, my Uncle David, which was the baby of, so it was my dad was the oldest, my Aunt Laurie, my Uncle Shorty, and then David. David, he was just a very big man. My family. He was a big,
Sam size?
yeah, bigger, I think, maybe. Big man. But he would always, and he had these large hands. He'd take his thumb and he'd shove it right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Right between the collarbone.
And he'd always go, and he'd go, as he shoved it in your fucking, and you're like, just fucking don't ever do, because it hurts. He did it so hard and so much. You're like, don't ever fucking, or he'd go, he was great at making like a cat sound when they're like, but he could do it so much better. And he'd grab your hair at the back of your neck.
Oh, yeah, turkey
peek over the log.
Yeah, turkey peeking over the log. Yeah.
But he would do that, and he'd go, and pull it up, and you're like,
Yeah.
He was the guy that always picked on every male, never did
Yeah.
to the girls.
That's how my Uncle Scott was.
Now he always talked shit to the girls. Like he talked shit to them, which was all like I loved talking. Like especially when I brought Tasha around, he talked shit to Tasha so much. And this was like Tasha. Now we'd been together for a while. When she met my Uncle David, and just if any girl I brought home met my dad, right, and my dad would number one never remember their name, so if he did like
yeah.
but I 100% think it's on purpose.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He would call you by the wrong name, like whatever your name was. He's gonna call you something that's similar but not your name.
Oh yeah.
But from day one, he called her Tasha. Never once changed her name. Never once called her anything else. And I'm like, okay, well, that's something different. Like my dad's never done that.
So he can tell, like,
yeah, my dad's never done
hey,
that.
this girl's here to stay.
Yeah, like, and from day one,
Yeah.
he's like, call her Tasha. But he was always one of those guys where he give you shit. And if you can't give me shit back, or you take it too much,
Yeah.
you're.
No, you need to be able to. I'm gonna get, but if you give it back, cool. That's what I want.
And that's what I've always done with Tristan's ladies that he's brought around, which has only been like 3,
Yeah, but
maybe 4.
Yeah.
But I do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm gonna give you shit, give it back, and if you don't give it back and you take offense to it, then that's on you. And
We do the same thing.
whatever. But and so when Tasha met David, from fucking word one was giving her shit, but she'd already been around my dad for way too long, and so she is fucking giving him shit right back.
And he probably loved it.
Fucking ate it up.
Yeah.
And never gave her any shit. Never gave. He always talked shit to her. Every time he saw her, he talked shit about her. Or to her, not about her, but to her, and she'd give him shit right back. And I'm like, perfect. That is exactly what. If you're going to be in this family,
for sure.
that's what you have to be able to talk shit and get shit talked to you.
You do the same thing with my daughters,
Oh, I do. Yeah,
especially Audrey.
100%.
But Audrey,
but I do that to every.
but
kid.
Audrey
Yeah.
goes right back with you because they know you now. but-
Tristan's friends, I do it to his friends.
Yeah.
Addie's friends, I do it to her friends. Some of them don't really know how to take it, but they're still, 14, 15
Well, a
years
perfect
old.
example was Taylor had her friends over,
Yeah,
and one of her best friends is Josh.
yeah.
Probably not the most,
Masculine. Mm-hmm. Yep.
but he's still a good kid. Mm-hmm. Real good friends. So they're in my room playing video games. I'll walk in there to get something, probably snuff or something off my shelf. And Josh starts talking shit.
To you?
Yeah, and I just lean in real slow. And I do and he jumps and throws the remote. He goes, "That was scary." And I said, "That wasn't shit, boy." But that kind of.
Yeah.
So my Uncle Scott
Yeah.
is the antagonist, like you said.
Yeah.
Like, growing up, oddly, he became a preacher, pastor.
Oh, shit.
He did that for a long time. But Scott still has it in him. Mm. And I know I've been around him like I'm the oldest grandson.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest grandson out of all the grandkids. The second oldest grandkid, but I'm the OG grandson. So I had the most shit thrown on me early.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
So he knows it, and he likes it now. Not like I said, Scott's kind of a teddy bear now, but he's still got it in him. Mm-hmm. And I can see when, like I said, his face changes. I know the look.
Yeah.
He's going to do something. So the first time I ever brought Chas around to that side of the family, this is awesome.
Were you nervous about it?
No.
I'm never nervous
No.
about it because either you can take it or you can't.
No, I mean, Scott's not going to be mean.
Right. But it's the shit.
Scott's
for me, it was the shit talking.
Scott's just redneck, and we're going to see what happens. So first time I ever brought her to Scott's house. Oh, that's good. Right in the mouth. I saw it right in the mouth. Extra protein. Extra protein, baby.
Sorry.
So I bring her, and I kind of give her. I don't really give her a heads up on purpose,
Yeah, that flew right in my fucking mouth, right to the fucking back of it. Sorry, go ahead.
So we show up, and right when I walk in, my Uncle Scott and a few of his soon-to-be son-in-laws and my uncle, Kenny, there's mouse traps out, and they're seeing who's ballsy enough to put their finger in it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what she walks into, was this scene. So then, of course, I get in. I got to jump in because Scott knows. God almighty.
Sorry.
So Scott knows if I jump in, he says, Poot. So, nickname too. The only nickname I've ever had. My grandma called me Johnny B. Johnny B. Good. My name is John Blake. Mm-hmm. She's the only one that ever called me by the first name.
Yep.
My grandma called me JB or Johnny B. Johnny B. Good. So I walk in. So my uncles that give me a nickname, don't know where it came from, but my Uncle Scott called me Poot. He claims I farted a lot.
I was going to say, I assume
that's what he claims. So I was Poot, and my uncle Kenny called me Pooter. And that's my nickname. They always called me it. It was like, they didn't call me by name, that's what they call me.
Fuck that. I feel like that flies in my fucking throat. Sorry.
So we walk in, they're doing the mouse traps. Scott's like, Poot. So he knows I just walk up, pow. All the guys are, just let it go off. Boom. It's a mouse trap.
So it's loaded and you got it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He's trying to dare his soon-to-be son-in-laws.
Oh.
So I walk in, he's like, Poot, come show these guys. And I just walk up and pow, just set it off.
Yeah.
It's a mouse trap. They don't hurt that.
Yeah.
It's
not a rat trap.
Oddly enough, we've done this before.
Yeah.
So that's the first introduction to chess. And the same night, somebody saying something about guts or something, and my Uncle Scott stands up right in front of us, 5 feet away, maybe. And he lifts his shirt up and says, "You mean this right there?" And he starts hitting it like that right in front of Chas. So when we left, I asked, this is why I knew like Chas was a keeper, because she was like, no big deal like about any of it.
Yeah.
Because she's got, her uncles are rednecks too,
Yeah.
But yeah, Scott became the pastor of a church.
That's great.
And now I can tell when Scott talks. I've told him to listen to the podcast, but I've told him also we might get
Also
vulgar or
don't.
something.
Yeah, also don't.
But Scott, if Scott's listening by himself, he'd understand. But kind of lately, I've been noticing like passing the torch. Like,
yeah.
they're getting older. Like I'm the one to carry it.
Yeah.
You got to keep this going with all this stuff. And so when we get together, it's fun. So when we drove down to Poteet, it was me, my Uncle Kitty, my mom in my truck, and my Uncle Scott and his wife, Aunt Becky, were kind of going convoy style.
Yeah.
And he keeps calling, and we're talking, and, we're doing all kinds. So it's kind of, I had fun because it's kind of like old times a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's not old times because now I'm older, and it's weird to explain, but it's like almost like,
I'm right there with you.
it's almost like he's passing the torch on me to be the...
So I don't do the bullshit that my Uncle David did because I hated that so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, looking back now, like, as much as I hated the shit he did and never wanted to go around him because of the shit he did, the fun times I had around him. Did I tell you about the pepper story with him? No?
Maybe.
Okay. I don't know if I did. So they lived down in Houston. My mom's brother and all my mom's side of the family, Houston area. Houston, Victoria, all that. My dad's family, a lot of them lived here. My Uncle David lived in Houston. And we went down there one time. My mom wanted to visit his family vacation. So we're splitting time between my Uncle David and my Uncle Jerry. Splitting time. And so we go to my Uncle David's house one time, and he lived in like, it wasn't, what are they called, where the two houses together, duplex?
Yeah.
Is that what those are called? It wasn't really that, but it was very similar kind of setup to that. The whole community was kind of this very small, and the houses
Little
were,
townhomes.
yeah, were
like
right
that.
next to each other. I mean, they were butted up against each other. And so he had a Vietnamese guy that lived down the road. And so the Vietnamese guy came by and he had all these little, very small peppers, like fucking tiny
Hot
peppers.
motherfuckers.
Well, I don't know. So my dad, my uncle, I think both my brothers were out there. This Vietnamese guy, and so we're sitting there. And he's like, "Try one of these peppers." I'm like, "No, I don't like."
Yeah.
At the time, I don't like hot
Yeah.
stuff. I don't. And even now, I'm not a fan of so hot that you don't enjoy
Yeah.
it. I
Just
like
misery.
heat. I like
Yeah.
heat. I don't want it to be so hot that I don't enjoy it. And so I took one. They were like, no, they're like sweet. The Vietnamese guy.
So they're tricking you.
This guy, like, it's not my uncle telling me. And it's not my dad telling me. It's not any other asshole in my family telling me, no, it's this Vietnamese. He's like, no, these are sweet. And so it's the fucking tiniest little pepper.
What color was it?
Red, I think.
Yeah.
And so okay, and as soon as I put it in my mouth, my
Hottest
mom walks out the door,
thing.
and she's like, "Don't." Too late, already off, and I'm already chewing it. And it may have been the hottest fucking pepper I'd ever put in my mouth at this time in my life. And at the time, I wasn't even eating jalapenos, pickled or whatever. I didn't eat them.
Yeah.
Because it's too hot.
Because this would.
They
so
said
this would lit
this
your
Vietnamese guy
ass
told me it was
up.
sweet.
Yeah.
Jeez, it was.
They-
I'm crying. My mom's trying to console me and yelling at my dad for allowing me to do this, and my dad's laughing his ass
How
off.
old were you?
Dude, I might have been 10, 12. Everybody's fucking. The Vietnamese guy's laughing at me. My uncle, my dad, everybody's fucking laughing. My mom's mad and yelling at everybody, including the guy she doesn't know, and I'm just crying. Milk and water, and it didn't matter. Bread, just fucking hot as shit. But those are the things that I'm like, absolutely, I'm doing that. Like that's the
sure.
things. That's how I.
No.
That's what I do now.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, my Uncle Scott's, I can feel him passing the torch.
Yeah.
Because he'll do things like, we have a fantasy football league that's been
Yeah.
our family league.
Right.
We started it the year after my grandfather died. He was, my grandparents were the foundation of the family.
Right.
So we started this fantasy football league called Grandpa's Gridiron Classic is the name of the league. It's a custom league, and we always do it.
Yeah.
And you have to be like in the family to be in it, like either blood or married in. And so he's kind of passing the torch with things like that. And the thing is, though, it's like almost feel like power. Like
Yes.
besides my uncle Scott and Kenny, who are the OGs,
Right.
everybody else listens to me. Well, I mean, like, you make the decisions. My uncles will tell me it's your call,
Yeah.
and I'll keep trying to go to them, and be like, nah, y'all go ahead and respect y'all. No,
got
you
it.
do it.
You got it.
So, with a lot of family gatherings, it's like, well, that's scary because my brain's
Crazy.
apparently not as much as my Uncle Scott back in the day, but but we think a lot. Me and Scott
But-
always get compared.
But is that perception or is that like real?
I think
because
it's
like as the lineage goes on, and now you're the old guy, your grandkids are going to think, and then they're
Yeah, like
you
I
know
said,
what
I'm becoming what my uncles were when I was
right.
that age.
But I think that's part of life.
Well, it has to be passed down, right? If you want to keep stuff going,
Yeah.
family stuff and everything like that,
Right.
it's got to be passed down somewhere.
Right.
And I'm the oldest grandson. Maybe not the craziest because Brad's he's a different kind.
he may
though.
be psycho.
I don't know if you can give him power so much.
Oh my God, no.
He needs regulation. But we have fun.
Yeah.
Starting to, like, I was not hanging out as much in my 20s, I guess, as I should probably with the family because we were
Yeah.
just doing our own thing and
Yeah.
blah, blah. And we've become like a family with us, Facto, and you and y'all are
Yeah.
family. Y'all, to me, y'all are family
Right.
too.
Right.
So now getting older and starting to, it's kind of cool,
Yeah.
to see the torch being passed a little bit.
Yeah.
I kind of like it, but it also scares the shit out of me.
Yeah. Because you're like, I'm still young. I'm not.
But
I'm not that person
But
yet.
I'm not. We ain't.
Well, I know, but you're
But
still.
that's
But in
what-
your mind, you're like,
Yeah. I'm fixing to be 44. And you're
old balls.
you're
Gross.
45.
No, 44.
You'll be 45 this year.
Well, yes.
Yeah. And it's just kind of like hitting that stage of life. Pretty soon we're going to have grandkids of our own, like in the next 10 years, hopefully at least 10 years.
I'm not looking for any time soon. So
But you never fucking know. How old were you when you had your first kid?
23.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I was 26. So
Gross.
it's next 10
Why'd
years.
you wait so long?
Next 10 years, we're going to be grandparents. More than likely, one of us is.
Yeah. Hopefully
And-
by the right one.
And it's just wild to think about that. We're in that stage in our life.
And I'm probably closer, hopefully closer than you are,
You know what I mean?
because at least my son's going to be married this year.
You better be closer than me.
That's what I'm saying. Hopefully closer than you.
Giant Texas dust cloud. Life-threatening travel dangers emerge in West Texas.
Oh yeah.
Sounds a little...
Yeah. No. The getting old doesn't bother me.
no, I don't care what age I am, really.
Yeah. I mean it's the feeling old that does bother me.
It's just stuff like that makes me feel older because...
But I'm talking about like physically unable to do.
Oh, yeah. I told
Like,
Chase...
that's
like
what I mean by feeling old.
So, like, usually we just jump into things.
Yeah.
Like, example was the 5K run last year.
Mm-hmm.
So we did it the year before, and it was hard, but we did it.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, some didn't even do it.
Facto.
Daniel.
I was with Facto with his
So,
hurt
but David
ankle.
wanted to keep going, so I was like, I'm going with David.
And he's older than you.
Yeah.
Was he 50?
And Facto's calling. So,
Well, answer that. I'm going to go pee. Answer it on there. It's fine.
hello.
Are y'all still going?
Yeah, we're wrapping it up right now, actually, but you're on live.
Hey, what? I didn't get the low calorie triple cheeseburger. I got the double meat quarter pounder with cheese.
God almighty. Did you get jalapenos on there?
No. That's a weird question. Hey, what's the name of the show?
That's not a weird question for you.
What's the name of the show with the serial killer dating game guy?
Girl of the Hour, I think. Woman of the Hour or something like that.
Woman.
Let me look.
We're about to watch it, I think.
No, it's like I said, it's a little slow, but knowing that it actually was based off something that really happened makes it
And what was the name of the show? The two kids that were molested, the one had amnesia.
Jesus
or
Christ. Okay, Woman of the Hour is the first one. That is the name of that one.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can figure out the name of the other one.
Dude, that was one he sent a long time ago.
Because that one was crazy.
Oh man, this has that chick that Daniel thinks cute in it.
Yeah, he
Anna
loves,
Kendrick.
He loves her.
The little skinny girl with the big nose.
Yes, Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
What was the name of that?
Okay. All right, that's cool. You can text me about that later. I'm
right.
gonna start watching this.
All right. Later.
Anyway, but it's the not the age that ever bothers me. It's the thought of being unable to do the things.
Yeah, like so I was saying so that last 5K run,
Yeah.
no prep. I didn't fucking walk or anything. Just jumped in and did it.
Do you think I did?
But I'm just saying, like, in it, that took a lot out of me.
Toll on you? Really?
When I did that run at the end, we ran that last 200 feet as fast as I could and crossed
Yeah.
that finish line, I was like,
Oh, that's when you said
yeah,
the walls were
yeah,
closing
the
in.
blackness started. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, shit. And you can't recover from things as fast.
Well, that's the thing. You can't recover. The recovery.
So I'm saying
time.
they didn't find, but like it's like shit. That was
But to be honest, I was never a guy that could run a 5K and
No, I hated it.
yeah.
Ran the 2 mile on track, and I fucking hated it the whole time. Even when I was in shape,
No.
I hated it.
In my best of days, I could never run long distance. So that's not a, to me, that's not a litmus test for me. It's the being able to, like, once I have grandkids, to do things with them.
You know, that's why we gotta stay in some kind of shape.
Yeah. So like what Tristan goes, Tristan's like, when I have kids, you're going to help me coach and you're going to help me. And I'm like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah, sure.
I'm in. I'll do it. Well, so I have to be able to do that.
But at
right?
least you're still out there like umping and stuff, and you're still in the elements and doing shit like that.
That doesn't mean I'm in shape of any
But still, I
kind.
mean, you can do it.
Yeah.
You can coach.
Yeah. Are you
You're
excited
not-
to have grandkids? Like, do you want it? Like, you're like, I want to have grandkids.
Half and half, because grandkids sound fun, but not anytime soon.
The problem with grandkids is when you're the grandparent, especially with, because there's going to be a point in time where the parents don't want to leave the kid, especially the mom.
Mm-hmm.
But then the dad's going to be like, we need to go do something.
Yeah, we need to have a date night something.
Right? And as the grandparent, you're like, yes, we'll watch. We'll take care of him. You want to go out all night long? Well, maybe not. But if y'all need to go out for a few hours, sure. But
Well,
then
I always hear from people that are like, grandparents is different.
yeah, but then
like,
it's the random, hey, I know it's late, but I know it's not late in the day, but I know it's late notice. But can you watch them tonight because we're going to go blah, 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 blah. And you're like, I mean,
You're
I was
not
fixing to
gonna-
go lay in
they're
bed.
saying you're
man.
not going to turn down time with it. Like people, like my parents always say, like there's a different feeling when you're a grandparent. Like
Yeah,
any opportunity you get,
because
Like-
you know they don't stay.
yeah, they're like bring it on. Even if it's one night of just staying up all night, it's one night.
Right.
It ain't like the what we knew as having kids, where
Right.
back to back, back, back. So it's sure anytime
Yeah.
bring the kids.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'd be that way, like, especially if it's like grandsons. I never had a son, right? So
Yeah.
it's going to be like different,
Yeah.
you know, 'cause
Yeah.
I never had a boy,
Yeah.
right? I'll be trying
That's
to
gonna
take
be-
over
oh,
fucking
everything.
anything they're playing in. And,
Yeah.
and so, like,
And you're going to be all in on sports.
Yeah.
With your first grandkid.
yeah.
Grandson. First
I
grandson.
said I never had a son.
Yeah.
Even though I love my daughters, and I think I was built to.
Being,
My mom always told me you were built to protect women. You had nothing but sisters, no brothers. You
Yep.
had nothing but girls.
Yep. Which is weird because you would have thought you'd had. But I bet if you'd had another one.
Maybe, but that ship is
But you
sailed.
could have had 3 daughters.
Well, it's like Mark Hamilton. He thought the baseball player.
Yeah.
He thought the same way, and he had 4 girls.
Oh. Woof.
He just kept having ladies,
Yeah.
you know. And Chas always tells me it's my fault because it's the swimmers.
Mm-hmm.
If they're slow swimmers, ladies.
If they're just taking
If
their
they're-
time,
if they're just
seeing,
chilling.
seeing what's going
Yeah.
around.
If you got slow swimmers, they're girls. If you got fast swimmers, they're boys. So I guess my guys just cruising through.
They're just checking out the
Just
sides.
saying, hey, what's
What
up?
is that over there?
So I mean, no, I think we'll both be the same way. If anytime opportunity pops up, and when we have grandkids, hopefully it's like I said, at least 10 years down the road. I'm not ready to have grandkids.
At 55, you want
Sure.
grandkids?
Sure, no problem there.
I'm trying to retire. Right now,
Okay,
it's not going to happen, but I would love it.
I would like.
I'd
just to-
rather have the grandkids early.
Not me. My babies are still my babies in my brain.
But yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I'm on that part 100%. But I have the same mindset of when I had kids. I want to have kids early, so that when I'm old, when my kids are grown, I'm not old.
I mean, saying 10 years down the road, my daughter would be, my oldest Audrey would be 29.
And it's late.
Is it?
I mean, think
Just
about
because we had kids.
how old she's going to be when the kids
I gotta worry about
graduate.
that shit.
Yeah, but you got to worry about you.
I mean, yeah, but they're graduating.
You said you're not gonna make it to your
70.
yeah
Well, that's still 10 years. I'll only be
55.
54.
55.
You'll be 55.
No, I want to still be 54.
So I'll still have a good 15 years left in me.
Debatable.
I said 70.
You said you wouldn't make it to 70.
No, I said anything past 70 is borrowed time in my brain.
I think every day's borrowed time.
Well, yeah, easily. We could die tomorrow. It doesn't matter. That's why you can't live scared or afraid that something's going to happen. I mean, you still got to take care of yourself and everything like that, but living your life like scared of dying and stuff like that's not much of a life.
You know, I'm not scared to die. Like that doesn't, because it happens.
Yeah, everybody
it's gonna happen.
Everybody dies.
I'm scared of what I'm gonna miss.
Yeah.
When that happens.
So I'm saying
like that's what scares me.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Take care of yourself and
I'm scared of what it's gonna do to my
the people you leave behind.
I'm scared what it's gonna do to them.
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
More than me not being here.
Yeah.
Like that's me not being here does not scare me, other than what I'm gonna miss. But
no, I joke.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what age that happens. I could be 110 and I'm still gonna miss things.
Yeah.
But it's more of what's gonna happen to the people that I leave behind.
I at least want to see my kids grown and see my grandkids, and at least make it to my grandkids being grown.
I want to see my grandkids till around the age of 18.
Like I said, at least
I want to see them long. Honestly, I want to see them as long as I can.
Let's say at least being grown.
Yeah, but I'm with you.
I always joke about the 70 thing just because.
Yeah.
But no, I hope but I don't want to live like you see these people that live a really long time, but their last 10 years of their life are
not great,
not worth living.
I told you about, and maybe I don't know, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. It's been a while. So every male in my dad's side of the family died like at age 59.
That's
like
crazy.
Like 59. And so when my dad was turning 59, like that was a scary year for me.
Mm-hmm. Just waiting.
Yeah, like I'm like, well, this is the year, and it was a very scary year for me. And then when he passed that 59, I'm like, cool.
What the fuck?
But then you don't take that now for granted because okay, so he surpassed that, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But he was my dad was in terrible health for the last 30 years of his life, 67 he is when he passed away. 66, but he was year of 67. So every year you're like, okay, 59 is a year,
so
and that was a scary year.
Now you're just waiting.
So yeah, so now you hate to say that I'm just waiting, but but then like as the years progressed, you're just like, oh, okay, well,
yeah,
but then it happens. You're like, oh, fuck.
I mean, it's always going to be the same anyway. When you lose a parent,
yeah, it's yeah.
I mean, I haven't lost a parent. I've lost step parents.
Oh, thanks for rubbing that in.
No, but I mean, I can only imagine.
I think the mom's going to be harder than dad.
For sure.
Right.
Especially with my relationship. I mean,
yeah.
I love my dad. Still my dad.
Absolutely.
We don't have the closest relationship anymore. We did have a close relationship when I was a kid and everything like that. So he's still my dad. So that will still suck. And
yeah.
But when my mom goes,
that's the giver of life. That's
your mother.
Yeah.
All of us boys are mama's boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. So when you lose your mother, that's gonna be the toughest thing we'll ever go through. I think. Besides, I dread that. Besides these parents that lose their kids,
right,
or lose their spouse, right. Losing their mom is the toughest thing.
I dread that. I dread any of those days. I don't ever want to lose my kid.
No, that's like the worst thing to me is your kid going before you.
I don't want to lose my spouse.
No,
I don't want to lose Tasha. But I think my mom.
Yeah, I mean
no,
that's like I said, we're all mama's boys.
yeah,
We just are.
yeah.
I'm the
100%.
I'm the only boy, so my mom like calls me baby boy still and everything like that. Like I'm the only boy.
Yep.
And that's what she was saying. Like she had got so used to taking care of Mark for the last 5 years because his health was really bad.
Yep.
When we were on the trip to Poteet and everything, you know, I'm grabbing all her bags from her, telling her, you don't do that.
Yeah.
Stop it. Taking care of her, pampering her. She wanted to go down the truck.
She doesn't wear Pampers.
She wanted to go down the truck to get something. I wouldn't let her go by herself. It's like we're in a hotel, like, and she even told me like after she goes, I had to get used to like somebody taking care of me again. And I said, well, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Look, I'd kill people for you. So
Yeah. Absolutely.
anybody in her family, I pity the fool, quoting Mr. T, that would hurt any females in my family. Because I'd make the news,
Absolutely.
and it wouldn't.
Absolutely.
It wouldn't be good news.
Yeah.
I'd be in an orange jumpsuit.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Nobody will. The mother thing's got to be the. In a normal life where you don't lose your kids and lose your wife, and for a man, losing your mom is the. Your dad's. I mean, that's if you have a real close relationship with your dad. I mean, but the mom, that's
the one.
like you said.
just,
That's. I don't even want to think. I don't even think about it. My mom always seems like she puts on. I guess it's most moms to their sons or kids or almost like invincible. Like it's
100%.
Like my mom is crazy as shit, and she cracks me up, and she's 65, and I don't even picture like anything happened to her, like health wise. She's still trucking, rocking, and rolling. She don't take any medications.
Oh wow.
No, she's just I was worried about her when she was taking care of Mark for so long because it was wearing her down. And I was like, Mom, this ain't healthy for you to be doing that. You're a 120-pound lady.
Yeah.
You know, trying to take care of Mark. Mark was a big man, 6'4".
I don't know that I ever.
You met him when we were in high school, but
maybe, but
I know you did because I remember you. But Mark was good, dude. He was just.
I mean, I'm just terrible with. I'm better with faces. I'm just.
But I was
terrible with
worried
names.
about her in that time frame because she was just wearing
Did
herself.
that fucking thing turn back on?
Yeah.
Fuck.
She was just wearing herself down, taking care of him.
Yeah.
And my mom is not one of the ones. She would never tell me anything.
Yeah.
I'd get on her ass because she wouldn't tell me what was happening, if anything bad was. You know, I was like, Mom, I'm not far from you. Just call me when you need. She wouldn't ever tell me.
Right.
I'd hear from other people. Days later, I'd be like, Mom,
talk to me.
I will come.
I'll do whatever you need me to do. Come on.
And she never would.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to get through to her on. I'm here.
Right.
Use me. You know.
Same thing you tell Chastity.
In my brain, yeah. She won't do it either. In my brain, I'm an old fat fuck.
Yeah.
But to my mom and
Superman.
I'm a Greek god.
Superman.
Right? Just a Greek god. In my 40s. I'm
Yeah.
just a badass, right?
Yeah.
So she's starting to come around now that she's been by herself. She calls me more.
Yeah.
And my mom's a talker. I know I'm a talker.
I've met her a few times.
I'm a talker, but I don't come in a fucking candle to my mother. And you get her and Jody together. Jesus Christ. 'Cause I laughed about when we went down to Poteet in February.
Give me a beer while you're there. I'm thirsty.
What a lush.
I'm thirsty.
But when we went down to Poteet in February, it was just me and her. And we hadn't been just me and her in a long time. And we talked the whole 4 hours down there. We had a hotel room together.
Oh God.
So not only did we talk the whole 4 hours, we talked till 2 in the morning
Oh
in
God.
the hotel room. But it was
Times to remember.
but it was great. Like our hotel was right next to a Walmart. So as soon as we got there, Mom loves her Dr. Pepper. Loves her Dr. Pepper. So I'm going to go get you. So I walked to the Walmart, got her some Dr. Pepper, got me some Miller Lite, because I was like, this is going to be a
all-nighter.
So I'm sitting there drinking Miller Lite. Mom's got her Dr. Pepper, and she is one of them ladies. She is obsessed with ice.
Oh, God.
She has to have ice. She has to have a cup with ice in it, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
A good example is that when we were leaving Poteet, we stopped at the first big store that I knew where it was, and we walk in there, and goddamn if their fucking fountain ice thing is out. And she's like, I need my ice. You know, and I said, screw it. I bought a bag of ice.
Oh, my God.
Because I had an ice chest that I brought. I always bring an ice chest, foldable one, just in case.
Yeah.
So bought a bag of ice, put it in and just put it in the back seat with her and said, Mom, here's your
All
ice.
the ice
It's a
you want.
fucking 10-pound bag of ice. We shouldn't have to stop anymore. Like, she is obsessed with the ice thing. I don't know what it is. Chas said she read something on, it's like a thing. People being like,
Oh, yeah.
ice, ice, ice.
Well, you see people go, like, to whatever, restaurant.
Yeah.
Can I get a Coke extra ice? Or what, can I, whatever
I
the
mean,
drink
that's
is, extra ice.
That's how Chas is. Chas
I'm like,
wants,
how much extra ice is, the cup only holds so much ice.
Chas wants as much ice as the cup will hold.
No,
right?
because then
Like
you don't get any drink.
No, she wants the most ice you can get.
You get no drink.
But Mom's like extreme. Like,
I want it overflow with ice.
she used to snack on, and Jody did the same thing,
Lemon, salt, ice.
at Pizza Hut. all the
She did
time.
that to me all the time.
And Chas did it too.
Yeah.
And she got it from Mom. Crushed
That,
ice.
I didn't know where she got that
Crushed
from.
ice.
But Jody made it one
Yeah.
time when we were working at Pizza Hut. And she was like, try it. And so I tried it. And, I mean, it was good. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just,
No, but she got it from my mom.
I mean, it's lemon and salt is what I'm doing. Just cold.
Crushed ice, lemon, salt.
Yeah.
And I remember I took a bite. I was like, this.
I enjoyed it.
But Chas tried it from Jody and liked it for a while. Like, she don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mom has to have her cup of ice. So I bought a
That's
10-pound
so
bag of
weird.
ice, and I think she used probably 2 pounds of it. Just.
Yeah.
But and she's just Mom. She cracks me up because I went to pick her up to go to Poteet, and I'm loading stuff up in the car, and she's still getting ready, and I'm like, Mom, you got plenty of time. That's why I got here early. We still got an hour. I just got here early, and she'd be talking in the bathroom, fixing her hair. She'd be talking. I'd leave the house, taking stuff to the truck, load it. I'd come back in the door. She's still talking the same conversation, and I never left. And when me and Kenny we all stayed in the same room. We got twin beds.
Yeah.
And that morning, Mom was in the bathroom getting ready, and me and Kenny were sitting in the main hotel, the room, and she's just talking in there. And never stops talking. Me and Kenny are talking to each other. She's just talking. Like I said, but I'll miss it if it ever goes away.
Right.
She is a crazy lady. I love her to death, and I will miss. And she's known in our family down in Poteet, even at the funeral, graveside. Anybody want to tell stories?
Oh, God.
So Mom chimes in. Second person, third person, she tells a story and it's good. Anybody else, and it's fixing to be done, and then she tells another story. And then finally the third time she said, "Oh," and she, I was like, "Mother," like I couldn't help myself that I said it out loud.
Mother.
And people looked at me and laughed, and they all know who Tammy, Tammy the talker. Mm-hmm. And she just going. She would have went. And I even asked her when we were going down there, I said, "Do we need to stay Saturday night?
Yeah.
You're going to get to talking to people.
Is this going to last so long? That
We're going to get to talking to people. I don't mind staying.
Yeah.
I'll drive back Sunday."
Yeah.
No, it's fine. And sure enough, I always tell Mom when we got to leave, especially like that at Aunt Faye's. I always tell her I know when I tell her we're going to leave,
Hour.
it's going to be at least an hour.
Yeah.
And then we get in the car. Oh, cousin so and so, I haven't seen. So, Mom, I told you we could have
Yeah.
No, we need to get back.
Yeah.
We need to get back. So next time, I think if we ever go back down there for hopefully not
2
another
nights.
funeral, because God, if it's another funeral,
Oh.
we're just gonna.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna book. I don't even tell her. Right.
Just 2 nights.
We'll just stay. I'll just tell that Faye, hey, we're gonna stay here tonight. 'Cause
Yeah.
she's got like 3 bedrooms, and it's just
Oh,
they have
yeah.
a spare one.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've stayed in that house since I was like 6 or 7 years old. What's funny though, I can go in her backyard and see things that I remember that. I remember that pump, that water pump. Out
Yeah.
there. Still work? Yep. Still works.
Did I ever tell you about, because obviously both family oriented, and talking about like passing the torch and doing things with the family. So we had all of the nieces and nephews. So my both of my kids, and then all of Carlos's kids and all of Sam's kids, and then their respective others at the time, boyfriends or whatever they were. So we decided to do a for the kids, and it lasted 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. Honestly, it was between a month and a half to 2 months. Could have been longer. I don't remember how long it lasted. We did a game, survivor style game. We called it Primos. Primos in Spanish means cousins, because they're all cousins. And so, and it was every week. There was challenges, like every Sunday, because we had Sunday dinner every week. So every Sunday, and we made sure that, okay, if you want to be involved, your respective others, or even you, if you want to be involved, every fucking Sunday until it's done.
Gotta be here.
And whether it's 4 weeks or 8 weeks or 10 weeks, you can be here. And everyone was. And so every week there was a challenge, and every week someone was voted off.
So it's like Survivor.
And we recorded it.
Oh shit!
We had video. I was the host. I was the Jeff Probst of the game. But every week we had so like me and Tasha and Carlson, Nicole and Sam and Jerry and my mom and my sister, we all came up with different games, like different challenges each week. And and we had like a immunity idol thing that I built.
This is straight on Survivor.
Right. No, 100%. We very much did Survivor with the kids. And so like they would have like, in Survivor, they're back at camp and they're all bullshitting. So we had like on that side of the house, that's your camp, and y'all all hang out together and y'all bullshit
do whatever
around.
you want.
And we recorded it, before and then after. And then there was a vote and
That's awesome.
every fucking week until there was one winner.
That sounds
And
badass.
we did it, and it was, dude, we had so much fun as the adults watching it happen. And we also had so much fun, or the kids had a ton of fun doing it.
They'll always remember it.
It was fucking awesome to just do it.
Yeah.
But we were in hopes of we recorded fucking everything. And the thought was put all because we had like a couple of different cameras that we were using, and to put it all together and create and throw it on YouTube. We even, my sister even created like a
And y'all didn't do it?
Primos coming soon type of thing, and we just never put all
should
the
put it out
film
there.
together. Yeah,
It's still there. Y'all should still do
Well,
it.
the problem is like I have film on some of this stuff, and then my sister has film on
you
this
have
other
to-
stuff, and then
Yeah.
so
Be a lot of work, but
it would be a lot of work to
But
put it
it'd
all
be
together.
worth it.
But it was awesome to watch. And then some of the people, the
Yeah.
respective others,
Gone,
are
well,
gone. They're
still
not part
doesn't
of.
matter.
Yeah, but anyway, it was neat to be a part
Yeah.
of it, neat to see, and neat to.
no, it's good to it could start something too.
Right. But
Like y'all are looking to start tradition.
It was yes and no. It was the last summer. I think Carlos is the oldest, or Sistina's the oldest. It was Sistina's last summer to be there before she went off to college or whatever. And so we were like, before they're not all together again, every Sunday, let's do this. And so we
Yeah.
did it, and we did it quick. We did it quick, and as far as like saying we're going to do this, and then we did it like the next week. We got together we decided on a Sunday, let's do this, and then when like on a Tuesday or Wednesday we got together and said, okay, you get a game. You're week 1, you're week 2, you're week 3. Then we rotated, however many weeks it took, and so we decided, and like you had to. Okay, so it's your week, so you've got to have everything for your week, whatever that is, and then
So this is all videoed.
yeah, all video.
I gotta get it up there.
Dude, it was awesome. It was a great time,
But
but
gotta get it out there.
I just yeah, and we did
I
like
have
the
to.
mix shit together,
Yeah.
and this you got to drink it,
Yeah,
and
come on,
yeah.
that'd be awesome.
yeah, and if you couldn't drink it, you're fucking
I'd
out.
be watching it
Yeah.
like release it weekly.
But then you see, but it's funny because then you see like, just like on Survivor, you see the people coming together to try to get
Yeah.
someone out.
Vote somebody off or
yeah,
something,
yeah,
yeah.
and we had like the whole tribal council
That'd be
thing.
cool.
Like we built a little tribal council area in the back of my
gotta
mom's
put this
yard.
out.
Dude, it was awesome. It was good.
You gotta put this out.
It would be awesome if we could get it put out.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
We'll
Just
see.
do it.
I don't have all the videos.
Do it.
If I had all the videos,
Make it happen.
Okay, I'll got it.
Make it happen.
You're ready.
No, that's one thing. Like talking about tradition. So my grandparents, it was always Christmas Eve was my grandparents' house.
Yeah. Let me ask my sister if she still has all the videos.
Christmas Eve, actually. So when my grandparents passed away, and me and Chas, that's one of the main reasons we bought that house. Was I was like, this would make a good house for entertaining the Christmas party. Like I'd planned that. Like when we looked at the house, I said this would be a good house for like entertaining the Christmas, because Christmas party's got to go somewhere. It just rotated for a few
Yeah.
years. It was always at my grandparents' house. That was Christmas Eve
Mm-hmm.
on my mom and Kenny's side. When they passed, it kind of was jumping around. It didn't have the same feel, like just making it happen. So when we got the house, I went to the family monarchs, I guess you say.
Mm-hmm.
I said I want to take over the Christmas Eve. I want it.
Yeah.
My house every year. I want it to be at the same place every year. Start something new.
Yeah.
And now it's become, we're fixing to be like our 12th year doing it from our house.
Y'all
And-
been in that house for that long?
Yeah, we're
Damn.
12 years will be next year.
I wish I was 12 years into this house. That just means it's less time for me to pay
But
on
I
the son of a
mean-
bitch.
Now, what's cool is the kids, so my younger cousin's kids, so my grandma would always get all the boys the same gift and all the girls the grandkids.
Yeah, right.
You get a present, you get to open it, and the boys would always get the same thing,
Right.
and the girls would always get the same thing. And we loved it. So this was actually Chas that did it. I give her credit because, she came up with this. So about probably 5 years ago, she was like, she got all the boys, all the young kids, same gift, and we did it. And they loved it. Everybody loved it. It was like great. So that's become a tradition. So now those kids are like teenagers. Most of them. Some of them are still little.
Yeah.
And they look forward to our house as like the only consistent, like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that is the Christmas Eve is at Uncle Blake and Uncle and Aunt Chaz's house, and the gift thing, and
Yeah. That's
and
awesome.
We started like a new tradition, and I love
Dude, that's
that.
awesome.
Love it. And that's what I wanted, because it just felt kind of after grandparents, it just kind of faded, right?
No,
Like,
and that's what happens, right? So if your family isn't tight, you don't get the tight knit, and it's one
like
thing.
I said, we were a tight
one thing-
family, but it's like it was just like, okay, well, this year Christmas Eve's at Mom's house. So
For all
that's my favorite day on the planet now has become
Christmas Eve,
at my house.
but it's a lot of work.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't mind it because
Yeah,
it's once a year, but it has become a
tradition. So that's
to the whole family.
Yeah, but that's the tradition I want to create, and so I make it a point that okay, so Sunday is the day that we're going to have. So if Tristan's got shit on, Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays and, blah, 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 blah. But Sunday is the day that,
has to be.
Sunday's the day we're all going to sit down and we're going to eat, even if it's just eating and everybody goes, fine.
At least that.
But we're doing that.
Something.
And there's a lot of people that still don't do that.
No, not at all.
Right. And there's a lot that have no family traditions and that just allow the world just to be, and we're in the world.
That's good that y'all do that once a week because, we don't do that. I mean, we're bad about somebody's eating at the table, somebody's eating in the recliner, blah, blah, we are only, traditional when it comes to, holidays.
Yeah. Yep.
Y'all are doing it weekly.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Weekly.
But, I mean,
yeah,
as much as you can.
Yeah, weekly.
You're doing it more than once a year.
Right.
My big tradition is once a year, but it's a big fucking deal.
But that's awesome, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm all in on anytime you can do that and get the family together, no matter what it is, get the family together. That's
one of my favorite years of when Grandma and Grandpa hosted it. I told you Grandma would get the same gifts.
Yeah.
One of the last years we ever did it, Grandma decided that she was going to get all the boys these knives. Now, when I say knives, that's loosely.
Okay.
They were machetes.
Oh, God.
They were blades like that long with the sheath. And for some reason, Grandma decided that all of us boys were going to get that. And I had it for years, and it makes me mad that in a move, I don't know what happened to it.
Lost it.
Richie found it one time when me and Chance lived in those apartments, and he went outside during a storm dancing with it.
Oh, God.
I mean, she got us all these giant... We still talk about all our male cousins that were old enough to get one. Was like, what the hell was that? It had a sheath.
It's fine.
I remember I put it on one time and it went to my knee.
Oh my God!
It was like
a machete. Yeah,
but it didn't. It was like a.
What's the weirdest gift you ever got?
Oh God! Well, my mom would win that one. Gosh, I gotta think. This is
okay. So I've got
one.
While you're thinking,
I gotta think about that one because mom
and
was
this
the
gift.
queen.
And I'm talking not just from family. I'm just talking just a gift you've gotten that's weird as fuck. When I worked at Pizza Hut, I don't know this guy's name other than Daniel.
Okay. Chance probably know who it is.
She would know who it is. He was, I want to say he's homeless, but I don't think he was homeless, but he
worked at Pizza Hut.
No, he did not work
there. Okay. He just a person that came into Pizza Hut.
So he would come into Pizza. He was young. He was like our age.
So a customer.
He was like our age. And customers loosely based.
But he would
come to Pizza Hut and just because he came in all the time and he would just sit in one of the booths, like later on in the night, just sit in one of the booths and just hang out. He didn't bother anybody, so I never bothered him. But he was definitely my age, maybe a year or two older than me. His name was Daniel, and I don't know his last name. And so we're sitting there, and so he came in all the time. And so one night he was like, hey, he did tarot cards.
Okay.
He was like, hey, can I read you your tarot for a pizza? I said, absolutely.
Sure.
Sure.
Not?
And so I sat down, he read tarot, and I don't remember what. Oh, yeah, well, that's exactly right. Or you're fucking way up. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt like that it was like.
Very vague.
Some of that, yeah, it was vague, but it's like, some of that could pertain to what you're doing, what I'm doing, whatever.
You're going to make pizzas tomorrow.
But I gave him a pizza. Yeah, I gave him a pizza. I'm like, I appreciate it. I said, but also, if anybody else wants their tarot, just read their tarot too if they wanted it. I don't know.
They might tip you or something.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah, no, absolutely. He goes, you're going to give me a pizza and drinks? And yeah, absolutely. I'm like, yeah, here you go. Here's a pizza, here's some drinks. Read tarot. He never bothered anybody. Anyway, but he didn't come in all the fucking time. But about once a week, he'd come in. And he'd just sit there. He didn't always, he didn't ask for pizza every time he came in.
Yeah.
He would just, can I come in and sit here? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. He didn't bother customers.
More than likely, he was homeless.
Probably. He didn't bother customers. He didn't bother the people working. He didn't ask for shit every time he came in. Maybe a drink, can I get a drink or whatever? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And so one night he came in And it was my birthday. And again, I don't know this guy other than his name was Daniel. And so he came in. He was like, hey, can I read your tarot for a pizza? I said, yeah, sure. Why not? Absolutely. You know, again,
Yeah.
whatever. So we get his pizza made. And I'm sitting there talking to him. And he's like, let me read your tarot. I was like, okay, yeah. So I bring his pizza to him. And I sit down with him. I just bullshit with him. Just talking to him. He's like, oh, I got something for you. I go, I said, you're reading. I said, no. I said, you're reading my tarot. It's fine. He goes, no. It's your birthday. I got something for you. I go, excuse me? He goes, it's your birthday. I got something for you.
He knew it was your birthday?
Don't know how the fuck he knew it was
But
my
it
birthday.
was your birthday.
It was my fucking, that day was my fucking birthday.
And he knew it?
He knew it was my birthday. And he gave me this all made of wood. It was like a dagger, but it was all made of wood. The blade and everything.
Yeah.
Like a face carved into the handle. I still have it. It's in my closet. This guy gave me a present for my birthday. I didn't know this son of a bitch from Adam. No idea he didn't know me other than being there, and I'd give him pizza. Can you read my tarot? I go, you don't have to give me anything. He goes, no, it's your birthday. Let me give this to you. Gave it to me. He didn't know anybody else that worked there either. There's no way he knew it was my birthday. He's a fucking witch. Sorcerer of some kind. Don't know how and I still have the fucking thing.
It's crazy.
And I've held on to it because I'm not going to give away something a sorcerer just gave to me.
Well, plus that's crazy.
I'm not going to burn it. I'm not going to throw it in the trash. I still have it. Still, and it's maybe 2 foot long. It's got like a little head carved on the top of it. It's got like
pretty nice work.
It looks very nice. I don't know where he got it, whatever. But he gave it to me on my birthday. Randomly. He'd been coming there for years. At least 2 years that I know of. And he didn't give me anything on my first birthday. When he was there, he was like, it's your birthday. Here you go. I was like, whoa. And that's and weird
that's
only because weird. It's like,
yeah.
Thank you. But how did you... He never explained how he knew it was my birthday, but he gave it to me. And I've always kept it. And I don't know where Daniel is. I don't know, again, who Daniel's last name is. Gave it to me, and I've kept it ever since.
Can I ask Chess if she remembers him?
Ask her. Brown-haired guy, kind of like grungy look, but possibly homeless. I don't know. But his hair was never long. It was always kind of short. Always read tarot cards. Came in, I gave him free pizza.
For some reason, that sounds familiar.
Weird,
Like
dude.
I might have saw him.
Probably.
Like he might have read my cards.
Possibly.
Man, I missed the old said.
I did get told that there's a woman I need to contact about coming on and reading our tarot cards to us.
Let's do it. Why not?
I thought about it.
Why not?
I know who she is. I like the name was given to me. I didn't know the name until I looked her up. I'm like, oh, I know exactly who that woman is. Okay, I'll call her.
Why not?
I won't call. I'll send her a message on
She'll
Facebook.
probably curse your house.
And I need to call Lindsay, our Facebook, message her about the haunted house.
Yeah. Down.
Anyway,
I'm down with the cards.
You got anything else? We've been here for too long. So
yeah.
Anything
Good luck
else?
on editing.
Yeah, I know it's gonna be a while. All right. Well, we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.